everybody, and welcome back to the 1313 podcast, the most mediocre podcast in the Star Wars universe. I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy.
And to all you Regs, welcome back to the podcast. To all you Shinies, welcome to the podcast. Today we're bringing you a very special episode.
So, this is our Hot Mic Convention episode. For those who are listeners of the 1313 podcast, or for new listeners, over the weekend we were at the Erie ComiCon, and on Saturday and Sunday of the con, we took a couple hours a day to have people come, sit down, share their Star Wars opinions, and some crazy hot takes. And this is just a compilation of all of those interviews strung into this video. So if you were there, thank you so much for sitting down with us and talking with us. We hope that you enjoy seeing yourself on camera on the 1313 podcast. And for those who are avid listeners of the podcast, we hope you enjoy this awesome, awesome compilation.
Take it away!
All right. Okay. All right, and today we are here with...
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy.
Hi.
So, let's just start off. We do like a lightning round of just kind of like easy questions. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Star Wars movie. Probably either Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Good choices, very good choices. And what about Star Wars TV show? Which one's your favorite?
Gosh, gotta go with Clone Wars.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's another good choice, another very good choice. Who's your favorite Star Wars character then?
Ahsoka Tano.
Nice.
Ahsoka Tano. Okay, that's awesome. Now, what's your favorite thing that Ahsoka's been in so far?
Probably season 7 of Clone Wars.
Okay.
I just really like the animation and just how her character arc has developed. Up to
So, are
that
you
point.
excited for Tales of the Jedi?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
And also the Ahsoka show, but
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes.
love the Tales of the Jedi and just getting to see that Clone Wars animation again.
Yes, yes. I like how they polished it up. I
Yeah.
think I'm most excited to see the updated design for like season 1 and 2 Anakin and the
Yeah.
Phase 1 troopers.
Yep.
I think I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
So, if you have a Star Wars hot take, like an opinion that like you feel like would be shunned in the Star Wars community, what do you think that would be?
Oh man. Oh man. This one, it's a. I don't know. I think that Rey is a Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
We do too,
Or-
so
okay,
you're not
yeah.
alone there, you know?
That's probably a hot take.
What'd you think, we were gonna like club you for saying that, or?
It's kind of an iffy subject.
It is, but you know, we're in the same boat, you know. Not by blood, obviously, but
Yeah.
you know, by
Yeah.
name, so.
Yeah.
Are you excited for, other than the Ahsoka show, what's the thing you're most excited for coming in the future from Star Wars?
Probably in known shows, The Mandalorian season 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Din perceives like Mandalore, and it looks like from the trailer him and Bo-Katan might clash a little
Yes.
bit, and I'm very excited to see more just Mandalorian history and just Mandalorians. It's
Sweet.
great to see them live action.
Yeah, I agree.
And to see Mandalore live action
Yes.
too. What's left of it.
Right. But yeah, I think it's cool that she's sitting on the throne, but she
Yeah.
doesn't have the Darksaber.
Yeah.
So I only can wonder how that's going to end up playing out,
Yeah.
you know? So, but yeah, well, thank you so much, Caitlin,
Thank
for
you.
being on the show. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay, and now we are here with these two fine gentlemen. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, hello, younglings. This is Levi from Padawan Library. And with me, my co-host as always, Tim May.
Tim May, hi. We hosted a Star Wars podcast a couple years ago. Yeah.
Sweet, that's awesome.
Padawan Library, the only Star Wars junior novel podcast.
Ah.
Still online, so you
Sweet.
can check it.
Well, tell us what your favorite things about Star Wars are, guys. You got any favorite movies, characters, TV shows?
Watto.
I love Watto.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Very tasteful.
Yeah, and, you know, listen, I'm not defending the cultural sensitivity of Watto. I'm defending that I'm not defending anything about it. I just like him.
He's just got some charm to him,
it's
right?
It's what it
Yeah.
is, unfortunately. But
I think he's been highly underutilized in the Disney era.
yeah,
I would
think they
agree.
could just adjust the voice a little bit, and it would be okay.
Yeah.
Or not okay, but I I shouldn't speak for this.
Well, okay, you answer that question?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a big fan of the original. A New Hope is my favorite movie. I'm a huge fan of The Bad Batch.
I like The Bad Batch too. He had this
haven't
Joker
watched it.
hasn't
I haven't
watched it
watched
yet.
Oh my gosh.
If there's any listeners of our show, he finally finished Clone Wars. So
Well,
There we go.
That happened a while ago.
But and then my favorite character is Thrawn. Thrawn is my
Okay,
favorite Star
alright.
Wars character. I read I read some of the new books. Jacob has read all of the new books.
Yeah, there's like
I started
15 of
after
them
him.
now.
There's the 3 Thrawn trilogy. There's the Thrawn Ascendancy, and then there's Heir to the Empire. I'm finally making my way to Heir to the Empire, but I've read everything else.
Oh, I love Heir to the Empire. And I read those when I was a kid. Heir to the Empire and Dark Force Rising, Last Command. Love
Yeah.
those.
what's that Galaxy of Fear book with Thrawn? The Swarm?
And he's in the Swarm. We read Galaxy of Fear for our podcast, which was a junior novel series in the 90s. That was like Goosebumps meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was very. They would have lots of like classic 90s EU characters, so it was kind of fun. The books kind of reach an end point and then go on for another 6 books. But, that's kind of like a lot of the books we read.
I remember Thrawn being very well depicted in the book, though. Like, I remember we enjoyed Thrawn's presence.
It was very accurate, but I mean there was less to go on at that time. So.
Who else showed up in that? It wasn't Kyle Katarn, was it? It was like another. It was like a
Dash
video game.
Rendar.
Dash Rendar showed up.
I recognize that name.
Oh,
Yep.
the villain from Dark Forces. You know that guy who I'm talking about, who has he's blind.
Yeah, Dark Forces, for younger listeners, it was a very cool video game in the 90s that had book adaptations and was really basically the premise of Rogue One, about stealing the Death Star plans, but it was Kyle Katarn was the main character. Pretty cool book. Anyway.
Awesome. Well, guys, I know that we talked to you earlier, sir, but do you guys have like a Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion that you'd like to share with us today?
I really can't stand BB-8.
Really?
That's a good one.
Elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, because the original trilogy and the prequel series is so from the point of view of R2-D2, and I find that BB-8, he just I feel like R2-D2 got completely shafted in the sequel trilogy.
I would agree.
Yeah, and BB-8 just steals the thunder from it and just being cute.
Yeah, BB-8. I've said this on our show many times. BB-8 will never be as cute, as resourceful, or as cute or resourcewful as R2-D2.
But he does the thumbs up. He can do the thumbs up. Though.
Okay.
Or flip you off, whatever
Forget the thumbs up. Let's talk about in episode 1 where R2-D2 is fixing the royal ship, and he turns and he looks directly at the camera, he's looking at you, the viewer, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm R2. I'm saving the whole day here." Not only am I saving the whole day, if I don't save the ship, this entire movie series does not happen without me. So.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I love C-3PO as well. I feel like younger fans don't appreciate C-3PO's humor.
Yes.
I love 3PO. 3PO is great.
Anyway, I don't know. You asked for a hot take, so I get all.
Yeah.
It's not like I actually have any animus towards these people. It's just, it's what it is.
Okay, your hot take.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my hot take is a pretty obvious one. I was very, very big fan over the years. I hated it at first, and I've come to really love and appreciate The Last Jedi.
Oh, we love
as a
Last
Star
Jedi.
Wars
Last
movie.
Jedi. We love
I
Last
really,
Jedi,
really love
yeah.
it, especially Luke's character in that movie. I
agree.
thought it was a very powerful
I
story
agree.
about how even heroes are human and how you can rise from your failures. So
That's why we did this earlier, and it didn't work out for the viewers or listeners. But my hot take at the time was that before Rise of Skywalker, I would say that I liked every Star Wars movie, and to me that was a hot take. I used to say that because people hate the prequels or they hated Last Jedi, and I was just I like all of it. But now hate is strong. I don't get angry like some of these people. But I really did not like Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think me and you before Rise of Skywalker, because we knew Wedge was going to be in the movie, and I said, "Oh, we're going to have this really corny moment between Wedge and Poe Dameron."
You're disrespectful to Wedge in general. In my opinion.
Which we didn't even get that, but then the Wedge cameo we do get is such BS because they made the cockpit for the original X-Wing because Rey is in it when she takes Luke's X-Wing.
Right.
And you could have just put Ewan's uncle in there.
Yeah.
And he could have just been flying an X-Wing, but
Fair
instead,
enough.
no, he's in the.
Well, it's Dennis Lawson's fault for not agreeing to be in Force Awakens because he wanted more money. Like you're Dennis Lawson, my guy. Like you are Wedge Antilles. All right.
But yeah, guys. So, what would you say is the thing you're most excited for coming from the future of Star Wars?
Andor?
Andor. Very good choice.
Andor looks awesome. I love Mon Mothma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see Coruscant in the Imperial era.
Yeah,
You know, something we never got to see on
And
screen.
I love Tony Gilroy. I'm a huge fan of the movie Michael Clayton,
Okay.
which he wrote and directed, and he's like the showrunner of this show. And he did the reshoots for Rogue One, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for and I love the Favreau Filoni stuff, but I'm very excited just for a new creative energy.
It's very tonally different than everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, how about you guys?
Well, obviously for me right now, the closest one is Andor, but I'm really excited for the Bad Batch season 2.
Oh, I'm very excited
I love
for
the
Bad
first
Batch
season.
2.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what the Empire did with all the clones, because they took them all to the Emperor's Mountain, and we have yet to see what they're doing at this new. Here's my theory. Do you guys know Scar Squadron from the comic books?
No, I don't.
So basically, they're called Task Force 99. They're like an Imperial version of the Bad Batch. There's a
Okay.
big, strong one. There's the leader with a lightsaber. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's cool, right? And then also, my theory is that Nala Se clones the Bad Batch and makes this kind of anti-Bad Batch
All
called
right.
Task Force 99 because they are canon.
Yeah.
And that becomes the new enemy that the Bad Batch has to face off against.
That would be pretty wild.
Yeah, because who else would they fight? You know, they're running out of people to fight.
Yeah.
Gideon.
No.
Well, I was always wondering where the heck the show is even gonna go because eventually they're gonna join the rebellion and help
Or
fight-
die.
or die. Well, Omega has to meet Boba at some point
Yes,
too.
yes.
That is of course set up for that to happen eventually.
I guess I'll have to watch this show.
You gotta watch the show.
It's intriguing. If
Yeah.
you've seen the Clone Wars, you can just dip
I
right
know
in.
I'll like it. It's just
Yeah, you'll fall in love with Omega.
Yeah, I know.
And Tick and Echo and Ricka. Hunter.
Is Tick anything like Teak from the Ewok movies?
No, he's not.
Love Teak. Love Teak. That's a hot take.
Nobody loves Teak.
Teak is awesome.
Love Teak.
Nobody loves Teak.
rules.
I actually had this. So growing up, they played the Ewoks movies on Disney Channel a lot, and I actually experienced the Ewoks movies before I saw any of the Star Wars movies. So it was. I was actually an adult when I whenever they put the Ewoks movies out on DVD.
Yeah.
That's when I realized oh my God, I've known these movies longer
Your
than I've
whole
known
life,
the actual
right?
movies. Yeah.
That's awesome.
The second one is legitimately good. The first one, not great.
The first one is tough to get through.
I really like
Yeah.
Battle for Endor, though.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes of Battle for Endor.
They go hard.
Insane. No spoilers, but a lot of people die.
But yeah, guys, thanks so much for being on the show. We
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, and who are we with today?
My name's Brennan.
Brennan, nice to meet you.
Jacob.
Jake
And I'm Tommy.
Tommy, nice to meet you
Yeah.
guys.
All right, we're gonna start you off with our lightning round. This is just some easy questions to get you into it.
Get you warmed up.
I don't know if my knowledge is that great. We'll see.
Oh, it's not trivia. It's just your opinions. Yes.
Oh,
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
favorite Star Wars movie? Oh man. I think Revenge of the Sith was just I remember that one
Yeah.
I went to the movie theater and saw that and I think the nostalgia right there is probably gonna be my favorite one. But I liked Rogue One. I liked Rogue One.
Yep.
I
Awesome
did.
movie.
You know, it was a different take. The new ones that have come out, they have a very different style that they've been shooting the shows in or the movies in. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, so are you excited for Andor next week here?
Yeah, I am. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I am excited to see. I forget his name, but he was in Rogue One.
Cassian Andor?
Yeah. So I'm excited to see him and develop his character more.
Yeah. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
And it's the same writers and producers and everything, so it's going to
Okay.
be very, very congruent with what's already come before.
Right.
Yeah. So what about your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Ooh, Star Wars TV show. I loved Clone Wars.
Yes.
And the Bad Batch is really good.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, like the Mandalorian and Obi-Wan, those ones that just came out were like amazing. But probably my favorite one would be Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what we grew up with. So
Yeah,
like, I don't know, our
same.
whole brand is like clones.
Yeah.
So
And the more that I get, I've just started to get into like reading more like novels and comics about it. So like the more I get into it, the more I want to learn about the clones and
Yes.
the stormtroopers, things like that.
And that's why I like the Bad Batch so much,
Yeah.
is because you're getting more of the clones after the war, you know?
Right.
They got the short end of the stick in every regard, you know?
Literally.
So-
And especially for a show called The Clone Wars, you don't see too much of the clones in it. So.
No,
Yeah,
not in the movies at least.
seriously.
So, no, it's really nice to get a breath of the troopers. That's what I like.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character, man?
Oh man, I like Darth Maul a lot.
He's a good one.
And I like his backstory. That I'm probably gonna have to go with Darth Maul.
Darth Maul's a good choice.
Darth Maul, and I'm trying to learn more about like the Old Republic, the characters in that.
Yeah.
I virtually know nothing about it, but I've been trying to find like graphic novels that I can read that
Yeah.
are about the Old Republic, but I haven't found anything yet.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, there is some good stuff. There's one that I read a little bit of. I think it's just Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
And basically that comic line is about a Jedi Padawan. It came out a while ago. It's Dark Horse Comics.
Okay.
So it's about a Jedi Padawan who is going to be knighted. And he goes to the Jedi Temple, and all the masters have killed all their Padawans. And so he's now on the run from the Jedi Order, who has labeled him as a criminal, who they're claiming that he killed all the other Padawans.
Wow.
And there's guys, the members of the High Council are after him trying to kill him. They're like Jedi turncoats.
Wow.
So it's a really, really good comic run.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because that sounds crazy.
And but what would you say if you had like a Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion? If you have one that you'd like to share, what would that be?
The originals are not that good.
Oh, that's a very hot take.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to
Yeah.
elaborate on that?
I guess mainly A New Hope is what I'm more set on. Is like not that great.
Okay.
Just because I feel like the more I rewatch it, I'm like it doesn't really, not like a whole lot really happens. You're
Right.
basically just watching him like develop and like follow into the story, but
Okay.
not a whole lot happens. It's not, to me, it really isn't that good. It's good when you watch it for the first time,
Right.
and like you watch them back to back because you get to like see the progression of the series. But yeah, I'm just not. I like the Return of the Jedi, but other than that, like not that good.
Yeah, I I wouldn't say I agree, but I do see where you're coming from in that regard. Yeah, especially like with how filmmaking is now. Stylistically, it's very different.
Yeah.
Those movies were made for the people of that time.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. But I appreciate that. I like them for what they are, and like they built the Star Wars empire. Like they built like the Star Wars franchise, and like I respect a lot of like how it started.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
I like it for that, but visually, it's like not that great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what would you say out of everything that's coming next for Star Wars? What is your most anticipated project?
Anticipated project. I believe there's another series of the Bad Batch coming out.
Season 2 is coming out January 4th. The first 2 episodes will drop.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that, and I'm trying to think of. There's rumor. I think there's rumors of like an Ahsoka series.
That's coming in next year.
Okay.
A live-action Ahsoka series takes place where Rebels Season 4 left off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to watch Rebels. I haven't watched it yet.
You have to watch Rebels.
I know.
So good.
I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I'm gonna have to get onto that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Ahsoka.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Brendan, for joining us on the show. We really
Thanks, guys.
appreciate it. Thanks for sharing your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and now we have this loser here with us today. We have Lego Star Wars Outpost, an avid community member of 1313. Welcome, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll let it loose, man. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Rogue One.
Lame. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a good movie. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
If you like to be a loser, I guess what's your favorite Star Wars character?
I'm gonna have to go with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay.
Bygone Jim. Very good choice. Yeah. And what about your favorite Star Wars show, man?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, very good pick. Very good pick. You know, I grew up with Clone Wars. So, you know, so did Jacob. You know, we grew up with Clone Wars. So yeah, man. So, what would you say is your Star Wars hot take? What's your unpopular opinion? Lay it on us. Lay it on us.
Commander Cody is overrated.
Commander Cody's overrated. I 100% agree. Commander
Incorrect.
Cody is a mid.
Incorrect.
Commander Cody is just, he's unlikable. He's just boring.
No, he's cool.
Captain Rex is so much
He
cooler
wears
than Commander Cody.
well, yeah, but like Commander Cody, he wears orange, and that's our color.
Any random clone trooper is cooler than Commander Cody.
Any random clone trooper could wear orange.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does Commander Cody do? Try to kill Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's pretty epic.
That's pretty bad.
Well, we're gonna get to see him in the Bad Batch season 2. So
We
might
will.
get
He's in the
better.
Bad Batch season 2.
Hopefully he dies in Bad Batch season 2.
That's what I'm saying. I hope he dies. I hope he dies.
just
But yeah,
died.
so what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars next, man?
Andor.
Andor's gonna be dope. 3 episodes on the first day.
That's
It's
this
gonna be
Wednesday.
like
Next
almost
Wednesday.
3 hours of content you gotta watch before you get spoiled online. So
Yeah.
We'll do that after school.
yeah. So, well, hey, sir, thank you so much for joining our podcast. This guy is being very cringe right now, getting his hand all tied up in the cord. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for joining us on the show. We appreciate it. All right, now we have another very special guest. We have Cheesy Napkin 33 from the Discord.
Hello.
Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the chat. So, sir, we have a couple questions for you to kick it off. So, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Very good choice. Very good choice. What about favorite Star Wars TV show?
I'd have to say Rebels.
Rebels. That's a really good
I
choice.
like the Mandalorian arc too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
one was really entertaining.
Yeah, I do like that one too. Who's your favorite character from Rebels?
I gotta say Kanan.
Kanan. Yeah, Kanan's a really good choice.
Thrawn's the
Yeah.
best.
Thrawn is really cool too. Thrawn is my favorite.
He is really cool. I
Yeah.
have to say.
But who would you say is your favorite Star Wars character overall?
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Darth Maul is an awesome character. I love everything
Yeah.
he's done. He's been in TV shows, movies. Darth Maul is a very
He is
cohesive
tied
story.
with Commander Cody.
You get to see him from the beginning. Oh, Commander Cody.
Yeah, and Lego Star Wars.
So how do you feel about Lego Star Wars Outpost saying that Commander Cody is mid?
He should be canceled.
He should be canceled. That's a very strong opinion. What's your Star Wars hot take or Star Wars unpopular opinion?
Force Awakens isn't that bad.
Really? Okay. I think this
I
is
really
a very
like
good
that
movie. It's a very good one. But yeah. So what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars in the future here?
I mean, Tales of the Jedi has me pretty hype. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see young Count Dooku.
Are you more excited to see Count Dooku or Ahsoka in that show?
Count Dooku, actually.
Yeah?
That's gonna be really exciting.
It'll be cool to see Count Dooku's fall to the dark side
Yeah.
on screen, you know? I'm
Maybe
really
a
excited.
reason why.
Yeah, right. And that seeing Qui-Gon and Mace Windu too again
Yeah.
will be awesome.
It's gonna be nice that we get to see a little more Qui-Gon.
Yeah. And he's being voiced by Liam Neeson's son, so that'll be super
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited for the Ahsoka arc personally.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Everything's
epic.
exciting.
Yeah. But Cheesy Napkin, do you have any final comments before we send you on your way?
Sub to the 1313 podcast. and
Yeah!
join the Discord. And buy the
Love
merch.
this.
Buy the merch.
Buy the merch.
Buy
Get the merch. Go to Teespring and buy the merch.
Buy
You
the
heard
merch.
the man. But yes, thank you, Cheesy Napkin, for
man.
joining us on the show. You're a beast, and we'll see
Yeah,
you
I
in the
am.
Discord.
Alright, see ya.
All right, and now we have our third Discord member in a row on the show. Now we have Commander Bly in the Discord.
Cool.
You've been on the show once before, haven't you? For the
Yes, I have.
Father's
Yes,
Day
I have.
special.
That is correct.
Yeah. So,
Special boy.
are you enjoying the con so far?
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's a good time. Actually, haven't been to this con in a couple of years, and a lot more activity than I expected.
That's good. Yeah, same here
Yeah.
actually. This is our first time
Yeah.
coming, and it's a lot more than we thought.
Yeah, lots of like-minded, friendly people.
Yeah. But let's get into some lightning round. Or you've already done our lightning round, so we're not even going to do that on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's
You want to just go to straight hot take?
yeah, let's hear your hot take.
Yeah. Star Wars is trash. She-Hulk and twerking is what I'm all about. That's what I'm here for. I have traded in all of my Star Wars love and desire and passed it right on to the She-Hulks. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my business now.
Get the fuck out of the chat.
Anyways, yeah, that's I'm kind of leaning in the same boat, honestly. Ever since
Right.
Jacob showed me a couple weeks
Right.
ago on the podcast that scene, I'm ready to let go of Star Wars altogether and just worship the show.
Count me converted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, so there's a lot of Star Wars stuff coming up in the future here. What are you most excited for? What are you most looking forward to out of all these projects?
Different things for different reasons. So Tales of the Jedi. I'm just love the Clone Wars.
Yes.
And the fact that that's like Clone Wars animation style, and probably storytelling style as well. Very much looking forward to that. Looking forward to Andor. I was just talking to a fellow 501st friend.
Yeah.
So he built a Death Trooper. I'm very, very, very slowly working on my Shore Trooper, and to know that those costumes are going to be back on film again, is just loveliness. Looking forward to that. And then what else? We've got, of course, Bad Batch Season 2 got pushed out.
Yeah, but it's still coming.
Still looking forward to that. How about Acolyte? What are we doing? What's going on with Acolyte?
So we found out that Acolyte is taking place I think last time I heard it, 40 years before The Phantom Menace.
Right, but how about drop date?
Well, nothing on that yet. They're still in the writing phase. They haven't even gotten to filming. But
I think that I just saw some casting announcements, so that's still early stages.
Rumor has it that Darth Plagueis will be a character that we see on screen and will make some sort of role in the show.
Excellent. He's a Mune, right? Banking Clan?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Tight.
Tall head guy.
Yeah. Long, skinny dude.
From the 2003 Clone Wars, yeah.
Okay.
The Banking Clan.
Yeah. So I think So there's the things. I'm excited for it all. I'm here for it all. Secretly, but in real life, She-Hulk.
Let's get this man off this camera.
Yep.
Let's get down.
You can leave now.
So thank you, Commander Bly, for joining us once again on the show, and we'll see you in the Discord. So here we have our next guest here. For those who don't know, very important member of our community. This is Ben Taylor, aka Ben's Toy Photography on Instagram. Has some masterful figure photography. He's got some awesome shots that he does. So
check him out on Instagram.
Let's check him out. Ben, welcome to the con. Are you enjoying it so far?
I am.
That's good, man. So let's give you the lightning round. Jacob, hit it off for us.
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Return of the Jedi.
Nice,
Okay, good choice. Very good
Favorite
choice.
Star Wars character?
He's thinking. It's a tough choice.
Rex.
Nice. Rex, very good choice. And then what about your favorite Star Wars show, man? What's it got to be? I bet I could guess. It's probably Clone Wars, right?
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, man. So, Ben, tell us, do you have a Star Wars hot take? Do you have an unpopular opinion?
I don't.
No, he's a very agreeable guy. Everybody gets along with Ben Taylor.
Just say something that people are gonna hate.
Just rage. Just say something.
Say something. Anything.
Rey's a Skywalker.
Oh, yeah, she is. So, it's a good take right there. But yeah, man, what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars in the future?
Ahsoka and probably Mando.
Mando season 3. What'd you think of that trailer?
It was good.
It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have any theories for season 3?
I do not.
Just kind of along for the ride, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then you'll get to see when the season 3 airs, you'll see the amazing photography that Ben does when you follow his Instagram, because why wouldn't you? What's wrong with you if you don't?
Follow it.
But yes, Ben, thank you so much for being on the show. Pleasure meeting you, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, gang.
guys.
What is up, guys?
We are back.
And today we are joined by
Hybrid Toy Reviews.
Hybrid Toy Reviews on YouTube. His link is right here in the corner. Go hit the link. Go check him out.
Thank you.
And you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from us, we found out.
Yep, about an hour's drive.
And he hooked me up. He hooked me up with that Galen Urso figure from Target, So big shout out to you for that.
Absolutely, got to keep an eye out for those deals.
Yeah, man. Collectors help collectors, So Hybrid Toy Reviews.
Yes, sir.
You want to get hit with that lightning round or what?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, well, let's hear it.
Star Wars movie.
Favorite Star Wars movie? Last Jedi. So.
For real? Are you serious?
For real.
Oh my
100%.
God, man. Yes!
It's a hot
My
take,
man.
too, but,
It's a terrible movie.
That doubles as your hot take, and I'm
terrible
with you
movie.
on it. That's perfect.
Terrible
I love it.
movie.
It's just a good movie about the heroes on the run.
Yes.
If you like movies that are made of poop.
All right. Oh, maybe I do.
Yes, man. But yeah, so what's your favorite Star Wars show then?
was Clone Wars forever. Rebels overtook it, but Bad Batch is doing a good job.
Yes,
So,
you are my favorite person. You
I
are my
try.
favorite person. We are two great minds think alike.
Absolutely.
You know? Favorite Star Wars character? Hit me with it.
Ahsoka Tano.
That's a really good one. Who's your favorite show or movie Ahsoka's been in?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars,
I mean,
yeah.
She's great in Rebels, but just Clone Wars has more.
So then, how hyped are you for Tales of the Jedi then?
I'm here for it. I'm ready. Andor looks good. I'm excited for it to be over so Tales of the Jedi can happen.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
Tales
know
of the
they
Jedi.
overlap.
Yeah, they're going to overlap, and I love that they're doing that. Honestly,
Right.
It's going to be a lot of more Star Wars content, the better. That's how I look at it.
Absolutely.
But so other than Tales of the Jedi, what is the thing you're most hyped for coming up?
It'd be Bad Batch after that.
Bad Batch.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, the live action stuff's been good, but I'm sentimental in all the animated stuff.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Clone Wars was on when I got into Star Wars to start.
Yeah.
I got into it right after Revenge of the Sith.
There we go.
So, animation's always kind of been
Good
my
man.
thing.
Nice.
But yeah, so you have any theories for Bad Batch Season 2?
I'm going to go dark. The only Padawan we saw in the trailer was Gungi. And Dave Filoni likes to make Clone Wars fans cry. So,
Don't even put that thought in my head. Oh my god.
Yeah, Gungi, the character that Tommy willed into fruition.
Gungi is the character I like to believe that I created. Because I don't know if you do know the story. My father met Dave Filoni one time, and I was like 10 years old.
Right.
And this was like season 2 of Clone Wars had just come out. And my dad asked me to ask Dave a question. So I asked, will there ever be a Wookiee Jedi? And when my dad asked Dave, he said, oh, well, I don't know, maybe one day. And then we saw Gungi.
Right.
So I like to think that the reason Gungi exists is because I asked that question.
Right.
So
I'd like to think that if they do the Padawan, execution thing, that they pick the only Padawan that couldn't actually speak about what he saw. So
oh my God.
I'm viewing that as why they did it.
That's fair.
Right.
So, well, yes, on that depressing note, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you soon.
Who are we with today?
I'm Matthew Enos.
All right, nice to meet you, Matthew. I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy. Nice to meet you
guys.
All right, so we'll just get right into it. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
We're gonna go with Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Very good choice.
Nice.
A very good choice.
That's my favorite. What's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
TV show. I was a fan of Rebels. Rebels had me. Animation was hard to get past, but once you get used to the animation, great show. Thrawn, great character.
Yes. Love Thrawn. And then,
Love Thrawn.
what's your favorite character?
You're down to drive.
Favorite character. It's a hard one. I'll probably have to go with. I like Palpatine once he becomes the
Disheveled?
Emperor.
Yeah.
Like once he gets past his prequel stage.
Yeah, okay, very nice.
Nice.
I like Palpatine. He's probably one of my favorite villains. So we heard before you sat down that you had this Star Wars hot take. And we'd love to hear what that is if you'd be willing to share.
Can I hear one of your hot takes first?
Yeah, so my hot take is that The Last Jedi is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. And I shamelessly say it all the time.
That is, yeah.
My
That is
hot
a
take is the sequel movies just do not feel like Star Wars.
All right, that's fair. I'm a fan of the prequels over the original trilogy.
Okay.
We agree.
Which a lot of people might not agree with. Do you guys watch 1, 2, or 3 first, or 4, 5, 6?
So in my opinion, whenever I show people Star Wars, you watch them 1 through 9. That's what you don't watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, because for new people it's too confusing, I feel like. So you watch them 1 through 9 in my opinion.
Are you the same way?
Yeah.
What do you feel about it?
I'm 1 through 9.
There we go.
1 through 9.
See, this guy, he knows what's up, and if you disagree, then you're wrong. It's just as simple as that.
Simple as that.
Yeah, right. So, with all this Star Wars content coming in the future, what are you most excited for?
Mandalorian season 3.
Did you see the trailer?
I did last night. Actually, I watched it. What else? Obi-Wan, a little underwhelming.
Okay,
I
really?
wanted more. I liked the flashbacks between Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting.
Yes, dude.
That was great to hear and see. What other show just came out?
Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett, a little underwhelming still. A lot of forced things I think happen in that.
I can
want
see
to see
it.
a little more action. I think what they're doing, they can they can give us more then.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I'm excited for Andor, because tonally, it's very different than everything we've gotten recently. So I'm very excited for Andor coming out soon. But yeah, Matthew, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you.
This has been great.
It's been great. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Bro.
The clap.
All right, here we go, fellas.
All right, everybody.
Big guest here.
We are joined with none other but Skywalker Hendricks himself.
And the link to his YouTube is right there.
Go subscribe.
You better subscribe, or you're wrong.
The figure monger.
Yeah.
The guy who has all the reviews early.
Wave 34 on the channel.
You already know.
So Skywalker Hendricks, please give us your favorite Star Wars movie.
Revenge of the Sith, of course.
A good choice, a fair
The
choice.
best. The best.
What about a Star Wars TV show, man? What's your favorite?
It goes back and forth between
Resistance,
Rebels,
right?
Obviously not. It goes back and forth between Clone Wars, Rebels. I mean, all of it's real good though. I don't have much complaints about the TV show so far.
Right. But yeah, I mean, so what about a Star Wars character? Who's your favorite?
Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader.
Yes.
Either or works, you know.
Yeah, we got a big Anakin fanboy over here, you know. Jacob right here, big Anakin boy.
He's
you
the
know.
best. He's the best.
Got the hot toy right here on the set, you know the vibe. But dude, let's hear it. You got a Star Wars hot take. I know you do. Let's hear what it is, man.
So, I would put Rebels on tier with Clone Wars.
Ooh.
And I would put both of those on tier with the original trilogy.
Ooh, that is a double hot take. And I would tend to agree, because I feel like the best moments in those shows are definitely on par with those movies.
And it honestly makes those movies better.
Yes.
With fleshing out, you know, different characters. And yeah, they're just great TV shows.
Yeah, 100% would agree with that. And so, what are you most excited for? Looking forward, looking at the future. What are you most excited for with Star Wars?
Well, I'm really excited for Andor. Tales of the Jedi, of course, is going to be absolutely fantastic. And Ahsoka, I'm really excited for Ahsoka.
Heck yeah.
Live action Rebels is going to be a pleasure to see.
Yes. Yeah, that's really a dream come true, is that they've been doing these animated characters and putting them into live action. I mean, we've seen live action characters be animated, but this is something that I feel like really hasn't been done to this level before. You know, these characters that you really feel like you know, and have shown up in multiple animated projects are now showing up in live action. And honestly, I've not been disappointed in any of them.
No, it's all a joy.
A lot of people don't like the adaptations, but I think they're great, honestly.
Agreed.
Cad Bane looked amazing.
Woo!
Yes.
Ahsoka looked amazing.
Yes.
Grand Inquisitor, even personally, I think looked amazing. Yeah, his head could have been a little taller or whatever, but other than that, I think they're killing it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, sir, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We really appreciate it. And we'll be seeing you very soon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Woo!
All right. Check us out.
Check us out. With
Tacticat.
Tacticat. What's going on?
Can we find you online anywhere, or?
Not really, actually.
Okay. In that case, we're just here with the Tacticat. All right. So, we're gonna hit you with our lightning round first. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Honestly, I think I'd have to say Rogue One.
Rogue One.
That's
nice.
a really good choice. That's
now,
a really
if
good
Rogue
choice.
One's your favorite, are you excited for Andor coming out next week?
I am.
I'm super excited.
Yes.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, so we saw Rogue One in IMAX.
That must have been awesome.
We went all the way down to Pittsburgh, and we got to see an Andor sneak peek, and I think it was just a mix of both. Before I saw the sneak peek, my hype was like pretty mid-range. I mean, I'm hyped for everything Star Wars, but I wasn't like crazy about this like I was for like the Bad Batch and stuff. But then when I saw that sneak peek, my hype has just been through the roof. This show is going to be so good. And like it matches the pace and the tone of Rogue One. So it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, my buddy here keeps me updated on everything Star Wars.
That's
I
good.
didn't get into it until he was like, come watched this thing. It's called The Mandalorian.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try it out. And now I'm like hooked.
Okay. So again, I guess our next question would be, what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Mandalorian.
All right.
Mandalorian's fantastic.
All right, and then finally, what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Ooh.
This is the one that gets people thinking a lot.
Yeah. I think honestly, as cliche as it is so far, I mean, the Mandalorian himself.
Dude, okay. That's a really good pick. Mando is a good character to like.
Yeah, I absolutely fell in love with the show from the first episode.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Jon Favreau directing, it's just a great choice.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of his other stuff? Have you seen Chef?
Yes.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
That's a classic. Oh, dude, I love Chef.
The question of have you seen Chef isn't something I've heard since the era of Filthy Frank. That shot me back for a second.
So I thought, are we in like 2013? Or what's going on? Oh my God, yeah.
I guess our final question for you would be is, do you have a Star Wars hot take?
Or an unpopular opinion?
Ooh, I've got one. It's about the new trilogy, but probably not what you're thinking most people hate about it.
Okay.
So, if you watch it from a musical standpoint, it seems like they have no idea where they were going with the film, like the trilogy.
Yeah.
Because Rey's theme, it overlaps like 100 different. Do you know what a leitmotif is?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it overlaps so many different ones from all different places, and instead of coming together as like one conglomerate piece, it's almost like we're not sure what we want to do with her, so we can just harken back to any of these points we put in her whole theme. And I don't know how much you guys watch music YouTubers, but Sideways, great YouTuber, he has a whole video about it, and it just sums it up perfectly.
I guess you could argue with that, though, the fact Rey's character was such a mystery to the audience, too. Using her motif in separate areas that seems kind of obscure or random could kind of indulge into that idea of nobody knows who Rey is, and not even she knows who she is. So it also kind of keeps, because music is an excellent tool to harken back to a feeling or a moment. So if you don't know what you're supposed to feel about her, or you don't know what her moment is supposed to be, it could also be used as a good tool to just kind of toss it up in the air.
True, but if you watch other trailers and things too, what is it? Han and Leia's theme, I think.
Yeah.
They just like keep putting all these leitmotifs over trailers where they don't match the scenes they're originally from. And it just looking at it musically, it's like, okay, is this Han and Leia's theme, or is this going through space in a spaceship theme?
Yeah.
It's all about the nostalgia to me. They're trying to nostalgia bait, you know?
But then when you start doing that, then it's like, okay, well now I'm thinking about these two characters, or this character, that character.
Right.
And it doesn't end up relating to that character.
So I always say, the sequels, I really like them, but they are messy. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that's not cohesive. And one thing that we always say on the podcast is, like, in retrospect, looking at the content we have now and the amount of care and time that gets put in, I don't think that would have happened if the sequels hadn't been received the way they were, because at first it was like, well, let's cash in on this huge cash cow we have and just make our money back, and they didn't put as much care into it as they do now. And I think because they were messy, I appreciate the messiness now because of how awesome everything we're getting now is. So,
also one other short hot take.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So in space, there's no gravity except for planets and whatnot.
Yes,
when you're in space, you're in space. If you shoot a bullet in space, it's just going to keep going forwards, right?
Forever.
There's a point where they shoot and it arcs. And I saw that and I told him, like, pause it. I'm like, that did not just arc. And he's like, I think it did.
And what context are we talking about?
Which one was it?
The Last Jedi, when they're shooting at the last cruiser or whatever. It's
like mortar fire almost?
Yeah. Then the only thing I can say is, I guess in the scene you can't really see if they might be like right above a planet. Because, I mean, it would affect it if you're close enough.
Yeah. You could also argue the fact we do have, in today's technology, we have all sorts of rockets and stuff that you fire straight up, it locks on, and then it goes down. You could argue the same thing for these shots, that they shoot out over and then they dive down to hit more.
Yeah, that is a good arguable point, too, yeah.
Yeah, or there's just, this is just stupid, but you know how, like, in the ocean, how there's random currents and stuff? Maybe that's a thing in space in Star Wars, you know?
No.
The Force midichlorians are pushing them around.
But yeah, so thank you so much, Tacticat, for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you so much, man.
Much appreciated.
So guys, we have a very special guest for us today. We have none other than Groot, Star-Lord, and the God of Thunder himself, Thor.
Very special celebrity guests today.
So we're just gonna hit you with our rapid fire questions just to find out what your favorite things about Star Wars is. So what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I am Groot.
Okay.
Very good choice. I like that one.
What's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
I am Groot.
Oh, that's a little bit out of the ordinary, but yeah, I could
Still a
respect
good
it.
one.
Mad respect.
And what's your favorite Star Wars character?
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty
Very
good.
nice.
That's
Very
pretty
nice.
good.
And so, if you have a Star Wars hot take or like unpopular opinion, what would that be?
I am Groot. We are Groot.
Okay.
Whoa.
Very nice. That's pretty controversial. I don't even know if I could put that on the air, honestly.
Yeah, that's the hottest take I've ever heard today.
Yeah. So
that was crazy.
Yikes.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
All right, gang, we are joined by another celebrity guest. We have the Boogeyman with us today.
Boogie.
So, Boogeyman, tell us, do you have a favorite Star Wars movie?
Probably episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith? That's a really good choice. It's also one of the darkest movies, probably.
That's why it's the best one.
Yeah, it is why it's the best one.
Down the incline of Anakin going to the dark side is awesome.
Yeah. And how about your favorite Star Wars TV show?
TV show? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
That's a really good choice. I love that show.
It's the first time we've heard it today.
Really?
Yeah.
I love how they did it. It just brought in like the mystery of what Kenobi did while he was on Tatooine watching over Luke all those years.
Yeah, I love the last episode had me like tearing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, again, I'm noticing a theme here. You like the stuff with a lot of pain and anguish.
Oh,
and, yeah. So, how about your favorite Star Wars character?
Favorite Star Wars character? Definitely Vader and Anakin and all that.
Nice. Good
But
choice.
Off the raw, I would like to say like Stormtrooper Rex.
Yeah. Rex is a good one.
Wars, he's solid.
Yeah, that's a really good choice. And then, if you had a Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion, what would that be?
The biggest one is the new trilogy. People get a lot of hate for it and all that, but honestly, it's pretty good.
Give me some. That's what I'm talking about. I love the new movies.
I forget the other one. The Rise of Skywalker, not the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
The second one. What
The
was that?
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi with when Anakin comes back as Force, and he's like fighting all the pod troopers.
Yeah,
and
when
all
Luke
that.
comes back on Crate.
Yeah. That was like a hands down great scene in the movie.
I agree. He literally faced the whole First Order down. You know? But yeah, so I mean, we have a lot of Star Wars projects coming up here. What would you say is your favorite one, or the one you're probably most excited for?
The next season of Mandalorian's coming out. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. Have you seen the
Next
trailer?
season, yeah, I have.
Yeah, man, it looks good.
And then I was kind of unexpecting to doing another one because the first one ended too good. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, how can you like more to it? So I'm actually looking forward to the new one.
Yeah.
Or book 2 of Boba Fett.
Yes. That's going to be a good one too. I liked Boba Fett a lot the first time around.
yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do for a second season.
And then the Bad Batch here is really good. I haven't caught that yet.
The Bad Batch, you haven't seen it?
Not yet.
You gotta
Dude,
It's
if
so
you're
good.
a Clone Wars fan, Bad
yeah.
Batch is fantastic.
Currently
Yeah.
watching the original Clone Wars right now.
Okay, the 2003 one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's a good micro series too.
Yeah,
I
on
love
Cartoon
that
Network
one.
and all that stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Boogeyman.
No
We
problem,
appreciate
guys.
you coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
You guys have a good weekend.
You as well.
Thank you.
All right.
So who are we with here today?
All right, my name is Zach. I'm here representing Cape and Claw Art Studio over in the Artist Alley.
All right, sounds good.
And so I'm Tommy.
I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so
so
just started off easy with our lightning round. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh man, you guys, I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this one, but there's a reason behind it. I'm going Phantom Menace, and I know that's going to be raising a lot of hairs on people listening, but I'm going with that.
Okay.
That's
Is there
a good
any
choice.
reason why you like that movie the most?
So I grew up watching Star Wars with my dad, who grew up watching them in theaters. So, you know, he was probably a proud dad moment watching them, just like I am with my kids now. So he took me to that for my birthday when I was younger. So for me, it was the first one I actually got to see in theaters with my dad. I think it introduced some characters that became huge fan favorites, like Darth Maul and, you know, the cursed Jar Jar. But but I think it, you know, it introduced some things that we all know and love now. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so, what about your favorite Star Wars TV show? Do you have one?
Oh man, so looking at, I'm gonna go animation on this one because I think some of the animation ones are just great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Clone Wars.
That's a good one.
I think that was it's just classic. There's a lot of cool moments, some really good standalone episodes in that. So I'm gonna go with that because I think it spurred all the rest of the animation from there. So
100%.
If that wasn't a success, we wouldn't get all the other shows that we have today, like Bad Batch and Rebels and all that stuff.
Even stuff in Mando,
Yeah.
There's stuff in Mando you wouldn't have without Clone Wars.
The crossovers are wild, you know, and we're getting it from that. So the translation has been fantastic from one to the other.
Yeah. So, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Oh man, so growing up it was always Boba Fett because he just looked.
He looked cool.
Looked super cool. Didn't have a lot of dialogue. They didn't really expand it upon him yet. So he was always just a big favorite of mine. Chewbacca, you know, when you're a little kid, you're like, big, huge, powerful Wookiee. Pretty cool. And I think as we get older, Han Solo, you realize is just the man, which is pretty cool. I hate how he went out, but he was always a real popular one of mine too. So.
Sweet. And so, if you had a Star Wars hot take or an unpopular opinion, would you like to share that on the?
So I think we started. We're going full circle now. I don't mind the prequels, man, just because. Even if you think they're the worst things on the planet, which a lot of people do, what came out of those? Because if it wasn't for those movies, we wouldn't get all the things that we have today.
Yes.
So if it wasn't for that and reigniting Star Wars, then we wouldn't have anything that we're talking about today. So although I think it's a super unpopular opinion, I love the prequels just because of the base work of what came out of it, especially if you're looking, like I read a lot, so if you're looking at a lot of what's now like the extended universe, now that everything's canon or not, there's a lot of good books and texts that came out of there. Like if you ever read Mall Lockdown, one of the best books ever.
Yes.
And then there's a lot of cool things that have come out of that. So for me, that's my unpopular take is the prequels are awesome.
Okay, nice. Now, I know you did say that you're at a booth here at the Artist Alley today.
Yep.
Is there anywhere where they can find you online or find you guys?
So it's Cape and Claw. So if you go to like Instagram, it's just at Cape and Claw. It actually is the word and, no symbols, no just and. It's just Cape and Claw. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. Cool. If you guys are at or around Comic-Con, I'm in booth 80, right in front of Sonny, who, if you're an anime fan, is Krillin. He's a super cool dude, so I've been hanging out with him all weekend.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty neat.
It's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
It's been
for
a pleasure.
Sure. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it a lot.
No problem.
All right, so we are here with
Caleb Arrington.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy. What's going on, Caleb?
Nice to meet you.
So we're just gonna hit you with a lightning round of questions just to get through. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I think I gotta go classic, Revenge of the Sith.
Nice.
You know,
it's a good answer.
And then, what is your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Kind of basic, Mandalorian or the Clone Wars.
Nice.
Those are good choices as well.
And then finally, what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul?
Mm-hmm.
I love Darth Maul.
What's your favorite thing you've seen Darth Maul in so far?
Probably the last couple episodes of the Clone Wars when he was going through the hallway. That was pretty sick.
That was dope. I love when they do this new thing now where they give these Star Wars characters like what we call hallway scenes. Yeah, Vader has one, Luke has one, Maul has one.
Oh yeah.
It's great. It's awesome. I love it.
Oh, they're so cool.
So we got to ask you, we've been asking everybody today, what's your Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion?
Hot take or unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
Yoda's a bad Jedi Master.
Whoa! Elaborate on that.
I'm just going to say, because I feel like Qui-Gon was probably the best. Qui-Gon was more...
I agree.
He was more open. The Jedi kind of fell too deep into politics and all that stuff that they shouldn't have fell into, and I feel like Yoda was kind of the biggest up there. I feel like he's the most powerful Jedi at least, so he should have at least sensed Palpatine's plot. So
that's fair. Yeah, Yoda got caught up in all the politicking, you know? So yeah, that's the first time I think I've ever heard that. So yeah, thanks for that one.
Yeah.
But,
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars soon?
Hopefully, I'm still holding out. They said they wouldn't do it, but I'm hoping for a Star Killer movie or TV show or something.
Would be cool.
I have my fingers crossed that he's going to come into Bad Batch.
Oh.
Because at the very end, we see that he goes to the Emperor's Mountain, which in the Empire books is where the Emperor was forced cloning. And we haven't gotten any explanation to Snoke yet as to who is the predecessor to that. And we know Sam Witwer already voices characters in the Clone Wars, so that's what I'm hoping for. That's my fingers crossed. But
wouldn't it be weird if Sam Witwer voiced a battle between Darth Maul and Starkiller, how do you think that?
That'd be funny.
It'd be like D. Bradley Baker talking to himself the whole episode, you know? But yeah, thanks, man, so much for joining us on the show.
Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you too,
Yeah,
man.
it's been a good time.
You too.
All right, guys. So now we are joined with
Connor and Venom.
Nice to meet you guys.
Connor and Venom, what's going on?
We're just gonna hit you up with the basic questions. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, it's a very good
Nice.
choice.
And then what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Probably Clone Wars. For sure.
Nice.
Very good choice.
And then finally, who's your favorite Star Wars character? That's a hard one.
I can't pick a Sith. It would either be Darth Maul or Darth Vader.
Okay.
And for a Jedi, for sure, Plo Koon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which Jedi?
Plo Koon.
Plo Koon.
We haven't heard him yet
Ooh,
today.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Sure.
So,
That's awesome.
do you have a Star Wars hot take? What's your indecisive opinion?
To be honest, I don't think Luke Skywalker is that good of a character.
Ooh, wow, we're getting them all today now.
Sure. Like, when we first got introduced with, like, Star Wars, like, he was a good character and everything, but, like, as you watch, like, the other, like, shows, like Clone Wars and Rebels and that, you see, like, other better Jedi, like Plo Koon, like, even Yoda and Mace Windu, I think, were better than them.
Wow,
Like,
okay.
Just their philosophies and all that.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Wow, dude, that's a hot take, but you certainly backed it up, you know?
And especially in like the newer movies, like it just seems like he changed.
Yeah.
Like especially with like the scene with Baby Yoda where you had to pick, that seems more of like what made the Jedi fall in the first place.
Okay.
Like having attachments.
Yeah.
That's what he fought for, and like he just completely switched up like that. Like,
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice.
So, all this stuff is coming to Star Wars now. What's the thing you're most anticipating?
I think isn't Bad Batch season 2 coming out?
January 4th.
Yeah,
Yes.
That or Ahsoka. One of those two.
Nice.
Okay,
I'm
awesome.
excited for Ahsoka, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, very good show. Well, hey, thank you guys for joining the show. I would shake your hand, but I'm not trying to get bit. So thanks, man. Thanks for joining us on the show.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
So we are here with
Micah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy. What's going on, Micah?
Good.
So we're gonna hit you with our hot questions. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Probably Phantom Menace.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Probably Rebels.
Nice.
That's a very good choice. I like it.
And then finally, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Probably Darth Maul.
Nice.
Darth Maul. That's it. What's your favorite thing you've seen Darth Maul in?
Probably the Ahsoka and him battle.
Yes. Yes.
I absolutely love that dude.
I thought it was. No, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought it was cool that Darth Maul was acted by Ray Park, and that it was like motion captured, actual lightsaber battle that they just put animation over. I thought it made it feel so much more real and so much more true to Maul's fighting style. So for me, that was super cool.
Super fun. So then here we come to the game changer question. What is your Star Wars hot take?
Probably, like, I think Darth Maul's probably a better character than Vader.
Oh, the disrespect for Vader.
So what makes you say that?
Like probably like the way that his like story goes of how he's like used as like a weapon from Lord Sidious and stuff, and like how he just like wants revenge and things. And, like,
Yeah, I like that. Wow.
Nice.
I mean, I would personally, I totally didn't say this, but I would tend to agree. I think Maul is a little more interesting than Vader because he's a little bit more completely dark side, you know?
Yeah.
But I didn't say that. I didn't. So, but yeah, man. No, don't tell anybody I said that. But yeah, so
thank you
thanks
so
so
much
much,
for coming
man,
on,
for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Who are we with today?
Ben.
Nice to meet you, Ben. I'm
Ben,
Jacob.
what's going on?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tommy.
All right, so we're just gonna hit you with our lightning quick questions. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Number 5.
Episode 5? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Empire, that's a very good choice. Very good
Strikes
choice.
Back,
And what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars?
That's a
All
very
right.
good choice.
And then who's your favorite character?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, really?
What's your favorite? Do you like Ewan Obi-Wan or Alec Guinness Obi-Wan?
Honestly, both are great.
Okay.
That's good. That's good.
What'd you
I
think
like
of Kenobi?
I haven't seen it because I don't have Disney Plus. But I heard it was good.
What? And you guys have Disney Plus? And you haven't let him see Kenobi yet? Oh, okay. All right. Woo! For a second there, I was like, oh my god. Well, I will say I thought the show was really good, and to the point that I actually teared up at the last episode. So I thought it was very good.
dude.
Yeah,
But,
so
Make sure to see it then.
What's your Star Wars hot take? What's your controversial opinion?
Okay,
you have?
making Legends non-canon was a great idea.
Okay. A lot of people will disagree with you on that, but I'm here
so
for it.
here's why I agree. Let me say that. So I think that expanded universe stuff is really, really good, but a lot of it's so messy and it's like the same timeline with the same characters over and over and over that you had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, but I know that originally too, the idea was that if it wasn't made by George Lucas, it's not canon.
Yeah.
You know, and so I liked a lot of the stories. Like growing up, I read a ton of the Dark Horse comics, especially the ones related around the Clone Wars. Dirge is one of my favorite non-canon characters.
The blob guys.
I agree with you. I think that, you know, it makes everything feel more cohesive now.
Yeah, and also like some of the Legends, like there was a lot of good stories, and then a lot of it was just absolute garbage.
Very cringe.
Like
yeah.
one of the ones, there was this, I don't know, there's a green dude named Zizor. That guy's book was horrible.
Well, to be fair, the High Republic books now have a literal rock named Geode that just is a character. He's a living rock.
And that's all. What does he do?
I don't know. I haven't read the books, but he's just a rock, and his name's Geode. So
Rock guy.
He's
He's
just a
a
rock.
thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for coming on, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so we are here with Tristan. Tristan, nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy. Nice to meet you, man.
All right, and then we're just gonna take you through the questions. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I like Episode 1 a lot.
Okay.
It's basically the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
You know, it's the start of everything we've come to know and love. And you know, Qui-Gon Jinn, I love Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
Not quite my favorite character, but I like what he did, and like the more you learn about him through like the Clone Wars, you know, at the end where he comes back as like the Force voice, I think.
Yeah.
Is very cool, and it helps explain like the original trilogy a lot.
Yeah.
Which I think is very important.
Nice.
Good stuff. And so, what's your favorite Star Wars TV show then?
Clone Wars, I grew up watching it. It was
Same.
on at 8. After that, it was Teen Titans. So, you know, probably my favorite part of my childhood was being able to watch the Clone Wars.
Sweet. That's awesome. What about your favorite Star Wars character, man?
My favorite Star Wars character, I have a lot of ones that I would say, but Emperor Palpatine is probably my favorite.
Okay.
He's just so iconically evil.
Yes.
The whole story of Anakin is basically his corruption by Palpatine, and I love him. He's so evil. He's just in like the games,
Yes.
the movies, the cartoons. It's really fun to watch him on screen, and it's just his everything about him.
I think that Palpatine is so fun to watch because he's one of those characters that just truly enjoys being evil.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
he's laughing, he's like having so much fun just killing people, and like I feel like that's from a viewer's perspective that really drives home this guy is like really actually evil.
Yeah,
you know?
especially because a lot of characters have like a tragic backstory.
Yes.
You know, they try and make you relate to them, but sometimes it's just fun to see someone be evil on screen and be like, I don't agree with that, but that's awesome.
He's having fun, I'm having fun,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm. Yep, and he definitely helped out the prequels a lot. It would be pretty boring without him there laughing.
So, what's your Star Wars hot take, man? Do you have
My Star Wars hot take is probably that Disney should have kept George Lucas as like a director, because I'm not a fan of the sequels. I'm really not. I think they have pretty bad writing. There's a lot of stuff in there that it's just like, it's so new compared to everything that we've seen before from the Clone Wars, the TV shows, anything like that. That just, I think they take away from the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
Like having Kylo and Rey connected, I think was kind of dumb. And having her be the child of Palpatine, I think, is also really dumb, because I don't think he'd be having children. He's ruling the galaxy. I don't think he has time for that.
He's also not the prettiest guy in the galaxy.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true. But like, part of the problem with the sequels is that they were like made separately.
They're not cohesive.
Yeah. Whereas with George Lucas, from what I've heard, he already had like plans for a sequel, and I think that if they just stuck with it, it probably would have turned out way better for Disney and Star Wars as a whole.
Okay. Well, do you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
You got it.
So this is kind of the argument that I make. I'm actually, in retrospect, I'm thankful for the way the sequels are, and this is why. So yes, they are a bit disjointed. Me, over time, I've been able to accept them for what they are, and I appreciate the things they've done. But I think without them being messy and without having a divide in the fandom over their release, I think that we wouldn't have the amount of care and effort that's put into things like The Mandalorian, the Clone Wars Season 7, Ahsoka, all these other cool shows and characters. I think it wouldn't have been done as well now if it wasn't for the messiness that came before. So I appreciate it for what it is because it's helped us to get the amazing stuff we get nowadays.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Do you think they should have included more people in the process of writing them and like making them, or do you think?
I think really what the big deal was with the sequels was just that it was like Disney got the license and they just wanted to make their money back as quickly as they could. So they didn't have much care for cohesiveness or anything like that. And while I like the idea of having different creative minds take the reins, I think you also have to understand that it is a story. It needs to make sense.
Yeah. And it's also something that's existed for a long time. So you, especially with my biggest problem with The Last Jedi, as Rian Johnson said, I'm going to try something new. But when you're 8 movies deep into a saga, that's not the time to do something new.
Just a disclaimer, I love The Last Jedi.
Yeah, he's wrong. He has a terrible opinion.
I love The Last Jedi, but
although I'm not a huge fan of it, I've come to like things about the movie. It's just, I do agree with you. My hot take is I don't feel like the sequels feel like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because there's not as much care and time that was put into the writing and in the making of it as everything else.
And I would agree with that too. As someone who loves the movies, I think that it's just not there, you know. But yeah, well, thank you, sir, for having this conversation with us. It was really fun.
About Star Wars.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. All right, guys. Today we have at the table. What's your name? Alex. Alex. Nice to meet you, Alex. I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you, Alex. I'm Tommy.
All right. So we're just going to start it off with our lightning round, some easy questions. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Lots of people like Revenge of the Sith, but personally, I just really like Rogue.
Rogue One?
Rogue One? That's a really good choice for a movie. That's one of my favorites as well. What about a Star Wars TV show, man?
Probably the Clone Wars animated TV show.
Nice.
Yes. Which one, the 2003 or 2008?
It really depends, because with the 2003 one, there's a lot of scenes, and it shows like the bigger, more action-packed fights. But with the more recent one, it's just way better animated. It has much more of a story, and it's just.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice. And then finally, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
I don't really have one, but I would have to say Darth Vader, probably.
Darth Vader? What'd you think of? Did you catch Obi-Wan Kenobi yet?
Yeah.
What'd you think of Vader in that show?
He was insane.
Yeah, power levels were crazy in that show. It was awesome. So we got a question for you. If you have one, what's your Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion?
The sequels, they aren't the worst movies to come out. I mean, they're not good, but they're not bad.
Hey man, we're on the same page with you right there. Actually, The Last Jedi is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. So, gotta spread some love when you have to, right? And so what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars in the future?
Probably the fight scenes and hopefully the return of Stormtroopers and Vader.
Yeah, we'll definitely get more Stormtroopers with Andor coming out in just a few days now. So that's going to be super exciting to see.
So we're super excited for that all to come up. But thank you, man, for stopping by and talking with us. We really appreciate it.
And so who are we sitting down with now?
Gavin. I'm Jacob. Hello.
I'm Tommy. It's nice to meet you, Gavin.
Nice to meet you. So we're just going to hit you with our lightning round of questions, some easy ones. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I'm going to say Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Very good choice. I like that one.
All right. And then what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Attack.
It's a tough one.
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's a really good one. Did you catch the trailer for the 3rd season yet?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's on Star Wars YouTube channel. You got to go check it out. It's super, super cool.
I'm super excited for that. And then I guess finally, what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Anakin.
Anakin? Me too, man. Me too.
What's your favorite movie or show that Anakin's been in?
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, that's a good pick. Can't go wrong with that one.
All right, and then finally, what would you say is your Star Wars hot take, your controversial opinion?
It's a hard one. I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man, not everybody has a hot take,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
don't have one.
Hey, no problem with that, man. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for sitting down with us. We really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Oh,
who's this guy? Who's this guy?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Name, sir, for the record?
Hunter Schultz.
Nice.
Ooh, Hunter
Latendi
Schultz.
himself.
On the podcast. So, sir, we have a few Star Wars questions for you. I'm sure you're familiar with the lightning round. And so the first one is going to be, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
That one has to be Revenge of the Sith.
Nice.
Easy answer. Easy
Really into the Clone Wars, man. That's where the money's at.
So is the Clone Wars your favorite TV show then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Mandalorian close second.
Ooh, okay.
Mandalorian's real good.
Where would you set Star Wars Rebels at? Where would that fall into place?
Well, Rebels is only recently watched, so I'm gonna say it's up there. It's it's a little bit. I would say it's behind Bad Batch for me.
Okay.
But because I like Clone Wars, but it's in top 5.
Nice. Okay. Not bad at all.
But yeah, and what about your favorite Star Wars character? I think I already know the answer.
Ooh. Character overall?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say Plo Koon.
Ooh, I was expecting you to say Commander Cody, if I'm being honest. Hey, so how do you feel about Watermelon Outpost from the Discord for his hot take said that Commander Cody is a mid character? How do you feel about that?
That is a trash opinion.
Then you should definitely hate this guy because he was dapping him up and agreeing with him.
What are you talking about? I don't know who that was. That was a different guy.
Definitely.
He was wearing a different shirt. I don't know who that guy was. But so what's your Star Wars hot take or controversial opinion?
I don't know if I have one.
Really?
I think the only one I've ever had was there's a lot of Galactic Civil War content, and I'm feeling the fatigue.
Yeah,
that's about it.
You know, I would tend to agree. You know, it's especially since Disney bought the rights to Star Wars, it has just been nonstop dumping of OT content, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's a good era to explore. But I feel like we already know so much about it. I would love to see more from these other eras of Star Wars. So I'm 100% in agreement with you. But what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars in the future?
Oh, it's Mandalorian Season 3 after that trailer dropped.
Yes.
I mean, Bad Batch will be, it'll fill the time gap, but Mandalorian Season 3 is...
Very good choice, very good choice. Well, hey, sir, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Nice seeing you.
We appreciate you.
Nice to have you on in person finally. So now we are joined with...
my name's Matt.
Matt, nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you as well.
Tommy, nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so we're just going to hit you with our power questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, God. I'm very partial. This is a terrible answer. I'm very partial to Attack of the Clones. It was the first one I saw, like when I was really little.
Okay.
So I'm very partial to that. All the Jedi and the Geonosis Coliseum.
Very nice,
It was just vivid memory.
That's the first time today we've had somebody say Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, or I really like A New Hope as well. So
That's my favorite,
Either one go hand in hand. I like them.
Awesome.
And then what is your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Probably The Bad Batch.
Nice.
Why? Why would you say The Bad Batch?
It's just, I don't know. It's coming to my mind. No, I love it. It's great. I love the idea of just like a bunch of, clones deemed defective, and rather than being defective, they're, the greatest clone unit. There's only like 5 of them, so.
Super, super cool. I like the idea of it too.
So I assume you're excited for season 2 then?
I'm very excited for season 2. It was supposed to be a 1-season show, and then they ended it, and I'm like, there's no way that's like it, And then they announced it a few days later, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. Especially now, I want to hear what you think about this theory I've had.
All right.
So, you familiar with Scar Squadron, Task Force 99?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, here's my theory. Okay, is that in the second season they're working with cloning and they're at the Emperor's Mountain now? What if Nala Se clones the Bad Batch into Task Force 99, and they basically have to fight clones of themselves that are deemed viable by the Empire. What do you think of that?
That'd be a killer. That'd be can I
Pretty
swear?
cool, yeah.
I don't know. What's It'd be a killer fucking show.
That'd be sick, yeah.
I mean, that'd be awesome. No, that's super cool. I think that'd be an awesome premise for the second season.
Yeah.
They'd have to have I think it'd have to be a longer season
Definitely,
to pull it off. But like, first season was a little slow as far as like progression of the episodes.
Right.
I feel like it'd have to be a faster moving season, but like I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So
Like
how
why
are you
not?
feeling about Commander Cody coming back?
I'm interested because like Commander Wolf, like he executed Order 66, still had a chip removed. He regrets it, but he still executed it. So like, Cody obviously executed it, but where does he currently stand? Is
How
he
does
like
he feel
with,
about it? Yeah.
Is he with the Empire? Is like he going to see Rex again? Because they're going to have to bring those two back together.
Is Filoni gonna make us cry and have Rex kill Cody?
100%.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
100%.
Yep,
Cody's
yep.
done. He's dead.
Yeah, I think Rex is going to be put in a position where he has to kill him, or Commander Cody dies by the hand of Crosshair or Task Force 99.
Yeah, regardless, Cody's done.
Yeah.
I think this is it, but I'm excited to see the reunion.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see the
Yes.
reunion. I think it'll be a very like emotionally just driven episode or episodes, and it'll be nuts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
So, do you have a Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion? We've heard some crazy ones, so...
which ones have you heard?
We've heard that Darth Maul has a better character arc than Darth Vader.
We've heard multiple people say that Luke Skywalker is a bad or mid character.
We've heard a couple of people say that Rey is a Skywalker, which we are of the opinion of. But what do you think? What do you got?
Luke's a whiny bitch.
Dude, I'm here for it.
Everyone complained in The Last Jedi that the biggest thing was, Luke would never do this and that. And like sequels are the worst trilogy out of all of them. But still, it's Star Wars. I'm just appreciative that we got it, you know? But everyone was like, oh yeah, he would never do X, Y, Z. He would never say that. All he did was complain
in the first
and not
movie,
listen to anybody. I'm like, this is exactly what he would do.
I agree, 100%.
I am all for Rey as a Skywalker. I also don't care.
Right.
Who cares? The whole point of that last movie was...
Let's just put a bow on it.
Its blood doesn't define you sort of thing, so...
Yes. But yeah, well, thank you so much
Yeah,
Matt,
of
for
course.
being on the show. We really
Of course.
appreciate it.
Thank you. So can we get your name for the record?
My name is Will.
What was that?
Will.
Will? Okay, I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tommy.
All right, so we're just gonna hit you with our lightning questions. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
That's a good choice. Very nice choice.
And then what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian?
Yeah, I have
Awesome.
been actually watching Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan has been actually taken over.
Okay. You said you haven't watched it yet?
I have been watching it.
Oh, okay. All right. Have you gotten through the whole thing?
Not yet.
Okay.
Dude,
all I'll
it's so
say
good.
is the last episode brought me almost to tears.
Oh, boy.
So it's a really good finale to that show.
Don't give me the spoilers.
I know.
No spoilers.
No spoilers here. Absolutely
No
not.
spoilers.
And then what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Ooh, Star Wars character. That's a toss-up. It would have to be either Kylo Ren or Darth Maul.
Okay.
That's good. What's your favorite thing that Darth Maul's been in? Because a lot of people have different opinions about that.
I can't really say. I've been watching Star Wars since like it came out, and actually seeing Darth Maul, just the way how he actually is one of the first Sith to actually have the dual saber. That's freaking hardcore.
Yeah.
That's hardcore. And with Kylo Ren, how he had the two off to the side, their sabers are unique. I pretty much like how they actually took the time out to actually make the sabers very unique with them.
Yeah.
I mean, not any of the other Siths or Jedis have that uniqueness like they do.
Yeah.
And that kind of just throws me off guard. And actually, I just like the way their creativity is in general.
Nice.
100%. So what would be, if you have one, your Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion?
I do not have one.
Okay, not everybody has one. That's not a bad thing, right?
It's A-okay.
So, have you caught any of the trailers for any of the new Star Wars stuff that's coming out?
No.
Okay, so between Mando Season 3, the Ahsoka live-action show, Bad Batch Season 2, and
Tales of the
Jedi, or Andor. What would you say you're most excited for?
Gotta be Mando.
Mando?
Gotta be
yeah,
Mando.
the trailer for Season 3 is on Star Wars YouTube channel right now. I highly recommend checking that out.
I will have to do that when I get home from ComiCon.
Yeah,
Alright,
awesome.
sweet.
Well, hey, Will, thanks so much for being on the show. We really appreciate
No
it.
problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
All right,
Thank you.
yeah. All right, and who do we have with us now?
Okay.
He has no name.
Nameless and faceless. I like it. I like it. So, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Good question. Definitely not any of the sequels.
Okay.
What is it? I forget what the third movie
Revenge of the Sith?
Like the
Yeah, Revenge of the
prequels.
Sith. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. That's the one where Anakin and Obi-Wan fight.
Like, that's probably that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a really good choice. Yeah.
All right, and then what would you say is your favorite Star Wars TV show? You like the Clone Wars? You like Rebels?
I haven't seen much of the Clone Wars. I just don't have the patience.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
There's just too much.
I would highly recommend it though. It is some of the best Star Wars that we have yet to get.
And so, who'd you say is your favorite Star Wars character?
Our non-canon characters.
Yeah, you could see any of
Darth
them.
Nihilus.
Darth Nihilus. Did you see? There's a Darth Nihilus walking around today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. He is a cool one. And what are you most excited for coming from Star Wars in the future? Between Mando Season 3, the Ahsoka show.
It might be the which one's the one that's like that takes place during like the old Republic?
The Acolyte.
I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I'm excited to learn more about the Sith.
I'm excited for that simply to the fact that it takes place during that era.
Yeah, that's going to be a cool one. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Well, who are we with? Spider-Man?
We're Spider-Man today.
Ah.
So, what is Spider-Man's favorite Star Wars movie?
Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars?
Lego
Okay.
Star Wars, that is a really good one.
I still like it.
Yeah.
Even though I saw seen a lot of it.
Do
Yeah,
you like
right.
Empire Strikes Back, Episode 5?
I don't think I saw that one. I don't know if
Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
it, but
What would your lightsaber color be if you had one?
blue.
Blue? Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have a double lightsaber or just one?
A double lightsaber.
Kind of like Darth Maul has the double one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Sick,
like
man.
sitting down and it only shows like one part of it, but he actually has two parts of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be
Sick,
super
dude.
cool. So, would you rather be a Jedi or a Sith?
A Jedi.
A Jedi?
Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What would be your favorite like force move? Like a push or like super jump, or what would it be?
A super jump.
Super jump? Yeah, I agree. That'd be a really good one to have.
Nice.
That's awesome. And what would be if you had to pick? Do you like Darth Maul or Darth Vader more?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader? Yeah.
Nice. I completely agree with you, man. That's
It's
nice.
a really good choice.
Boom.
Well, hey, thank you so much, man, for being on our podcast. We really appreciate it. Bam!
Thank you. So we are here with.
What's your TK number?
TB81483.
Love it.
Okay. So let's just start off easy. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Good
Nice.
choice. Good choice.
And who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Obviously, probably the Biker Scout.
Nice. Biker Scouts are definitely my favorite Imperial. I've always loved that costume. It's just so cool. And then, I guess, what's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Probably Mandalorian right
Mandalorian?
now.
Mando. Did you catch a trailer for season 3?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
It was good. I'm kind of waiting for the Andor series too. That's
Yes. Yeah, we actually got to see the IMAX of Rogue One, and so we got to see that sneak peek that came out on Disney Plus.
Okay.
And super hyped for that show. It's just going to be. I think the stakes are so much higher because there's no Force users, so I think it's going to be great. But do you have like a Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion?
Not really. I'm not like a huge fan of the newer trilogy stuff, but
Right.
I'm more like second movie though, Rogue One for sure.
Yeah,
I have
absolutely.
a Death Trooper as well.
That's
so
awesome. I love it.
I'm pretty excited to
Sweet.
see some more versions of that. So
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, sir, for being on the show with us. We really appreciate
Can anybody
it.
find you online anywhere? Do you have like an Instagram or something like that?
I'm just floating around on the interweb somewhere.
Usually the 501st.
Okay.
Sweet, awesome.
501st guys.
Well, check out the Star Killer Garrison of the
Star
501st
Killers,
Legion.
yep.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you as well. All right, who do we have with us now?
Hi, my name is Chris Alisea. How's it going?
What's going on, Chris? I'm Tommy. It's nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so we're just gonna hit you with our lightning round of questions.
All right.
What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
All right, people are gonna hate me for this. So my second favorite is The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
My favorite is The Last Jedi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give me some, dude.
I actually have a tattoo
Yes.
on my leg of The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Yeah, right
yes.
here. I have Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker on their side.
I love it.
With their confrontation that they had on the, I forgot the
On
planet.
Crete.
Thank you.
Yes, I got you.
So
then why is The Last Jedi your favorite Star Wars movie?
So, my biggest issue with Star Wars, especially as of late, is that there is a big over-reliance on older tropes that they keep reusing.
Yeah.
While I do have some gripes with The Last Jedi, especially like with Canto Bight or Canto
Yes.
Bight itself, I thought that wasn't just properly paced at all. The fact that Rian Johnson, the meme is he was like subverting like expectations.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't really see that with it. I saw more so that he was taking a hero that thought he could rebuild the Jedi Order, and he failed at it.
Yeah.
And he was actually showing a actual like what would happen if like the legend failed at it but came back. And
Yeah.
honestly, I just love that story. I love the dynamic with Kylo and Rey, especially with their the Force dyad showing up in that movie, connecting each other. I thought those scenes were like the best scenes in the movie. I love the Praetorian Guards as well.
Yes.
Even though it looks like very choreographed, I just love how they look, like an upgraded version of the Royal Guards and everything. I love Snoke too. I actually was happy he died off because, yeah. So my thing on that was Kylo Ren. He always wanted to be Darth Vader, right? Well, he just improved on Darth Vader because Darth Vader could never defeat Palpatine, at least in his current state. He wanted to, and like the comic books, spoilers for anyone, you know. Actually, I'm not going to say it, but he may have had a confrontation with Palpatine, and it didn't go his way. But Kylo Ren, he actually did it. Now, granted, it wasn't through power, it wasn't through like his Force ability, it was through like trickery and all that. But he still did it.
Yeah.
And he took charge of the Empire, and like, you know, he did something that Vader never did, and he can actually hold that over Vader.
Yeah, that's awesome. You put it so perfectly that I don't even have to add anything to that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's like one of Tommy's favorite, and that's like I always dog on him because I don't hate The Last Jedi.
There's
It's
issues
like,
with it.
Oh yeah,
There's
absolutely,
some
absolutely.
story issues. The beginning, in my opinion, is it's they try to force the jokes a little too
Like
much.
the Yo Mama joke at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Oh no, that's like the best joke in Star Wars. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No, I think
That's like the one good thing in the movie.
if you take the two directors like J.J. Abrams and like Rian Johnson, I actually think Abrams did a better job with the humor, especially with The Rise of Skywalker
I agree.
and The Force Awakens. But The Last Jedi, the humor, like for the most part, didn't hit me until like the scene where like Luke takes the twig and starts touching Rey's like fingers with it. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the pacing, I think could be a lot better with the movie. But I love the theme that no one can be a hero. I thought that was big.
Yes.
That even if you failed something, you can make a comeback. I thought that was really good. So that's what I love about the movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, what's your favorite Star Wars TV show then?
I'm not gonna say The Mandalorian right now.
Okay, all right.
All right, I'm gonna wait to season 3. I'm gonna give it to The Bad Batch.
Really?
Yes. I love to hear it.
Yeah,
You're my favorite person right now.
Did you not like The Bad Batch?
No, I love The Bad Batch. It's
Okay.
just I have a more emotional connection to the Clone Wars, and Thrawn is one of my favorite characters. of all
Thrawn is
time.
fantastic.
I've read all of the books, and I'm finally getting to Heir of the Empire.
Okay.
But Thrawn is like the GOAT. So like
Yeah.
I have to put Rebels above Bad Batch just for that.
That's fair.
Unless for some reason he's in Bad Batch, and then my mind will just be on the wall.
I think they might be like hints towards him because like I read the books too, and I know during that area is when Thrawn like kind of showed himself. Because when he showed himself to the Empire, they were still using the clone trooper armor
Yeah.
for the stormtroopers, so I remembered that. But with the Bad Batch, I do like that it's not an overarching like galactic war going on.
Yes.
It's just a group of rebels with Omega trying to like make a living, and I love that because I'm a little tired of just like overall like the galactic politics and
Yeah,
like massive
right.
wars. This is showing like the seedy side of things, and I want to see more of that.
Nice.
So, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Let's hear it.
All right, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you think of the new show?
I loved it for the
Yes.
most part. I thought the I think pacing's their biggest issue with Disney at the moment.
Yeah.
I think the middle 2 episodes could have been a lot better. However, I did like the callback to Fallen Order with the, I think it was episode 4 where they go to...
the Inquisitorius, yes.
And I really loved it. But that pacing, it didn't feel right. I wanted to see more of Obi-Wan reconnecting with the Force. Like, he did that, but I wanted to see more. But, like, the final battle between him and Darth Vader, with him holding back the rocks and then him just remembering Luke and then remembering his failures with Anakin, but realizing that, once again, kind of the theme, you can come back from your failures.
Yeah.
Then using the Force to come back and then him, like, surprisingly defeating Vader. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it like that with him just, like, hitting his life support system. I thought that was really cool. I still think the battle in Episode 3 still tops it, in my opinion. But it's a close second for me right there.
Awesome.
I thought it was cool because we've never seen anybody use like the butt of their hilt.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was like, because like in medieval ages, that's what they did. And a lot of times they also like hold the blade instead and use it as a hammer.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he did that shows like they were using like people that know how to use swords in their training. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that was super cool. But I guess if you had a Star Wars hot take, what would it be?
Or would it be that you liked The Last Jedi so much? Because for some people, for me, that is my hot take, you know?
Yeah, no, that might be my hot take. I think my other hot take would be there's an over-reliance on the Mandalorians right now, I think.
I agree. I would agree with that.
I love the Mandalorian culture. I used to play the old games like Knights of the Old Republic, so that was my first like foray into them, other than like Boba Fett and Jango Fett. However, the fact that they're like actually, let me take that back. So not just the Mandalorians, there's an over-reliance on everything connected.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't believe everything should be connected. One of my biggest complaints, especially with the Book of Boba Fett, is it felt like
how you doing? Pretty good.
Felt like Mandalorian season 2.5 instead of Boba Fett. And they just kept, and then they added Luke Skywalker, which I thought was cool in the moment. But looking back on it, it's like, did that season actually need that? Or should that have been saved for something else?
Right.
So I think they just relied too much on the old trilogy characters and like nostalgia a lot instead of trying newer things. And they keep trying to tie it together. And like sometimes it hits. Like a lot of things that happened with The Mandalorian actually did hit, in my opinion. But a lot of things they also did, like Book of Boba Fett, I didn't think hit at all.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, with the Book of Boba, I feel like they were branding it as a Mandalorian spinoff, but then it was like, why did you name it after Boba Fett if 2 of the episodes aren't even about Boba Fett?
And those were like the 2 best episodes in my opinion.
Yes, I would agree. And but yeah, so what would you say you're looking forward to most coming from Star Wars in the future here?
So, I think with the Ahsoka series, going back to Thrawn, actually, when she name dropped in season 2, I definitely want to see that series because I want to see what Thrawn's up to.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we saw of them was Ezra and him going to like the unknown regions, and I know that there's the Grisk out there as well.
Yeah.
Which is like their version of the Yuuzhan Vong, if I pick that up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is funny because there was a Clone Wars episode with the Yuuzhan Vong in it, but it just didn't get made, unfortunately. So I really want them to go into that more. So I think, Thrawn's like the biggest thing. I want to see if they're going to connect him with the First Order, see like what his like, because I remember in the old books he had his own empire next to the Empire. So I wonder if he's like the mastermind of that, like of the First Order, at least in terms of infrastructure.
That's what I'm kind of hoping for. That would make
we're all on the same page with that one. I think.
I think that's still probably my most like hype moment in Star Wars. Period.
Yeah.
Because it's like Ahsoka is one of my favorite characters.
She's great.
And then she just name dropped him. For context, I was watching the episode right when it came out at 3 a.m. with my dad and my brother, and my mom was asleep upstairs. And then she just name drops Thrawn, and I'm like, like quietly just screaming, just. Oh my gosh!
I loved it too. I was screaming too. I was just like, okay, I need to know what's going on with this blue man. I need to know.
But yeah, well, thank you so much, man. This was an awesome talk we had here.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
So who are we with here today?
Josh Sherwood.
Josh, I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tommy. Nice to meet you, Josh.
Yep, nice to meet you.
All right, so we're just going to start it off easy. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I mean, I don't want to be, basic, but like Episode 5 probably.
Okay.
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Not too many people this weekend has actually said Episode 5.
Really?
It's been a lot of Revenge of the Sith.
We've heard a lot of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I mean, from a younger standpoint, I get it, but to me, I don't know. There's nothing really like seeing your heroes lose like that.
Yeah.
So I always think that's kind of cool. I mean, they did it. I know this is Star Wars, but they did it with Infinity War.
Yeah, well, that's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite Marvel movie because it's just cool to see your heroes at that point. Because usually most of the time they're heroes, you know, they win all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Sweet. Well, then, what is your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars?
That's a good choice.
Clone Wars,
Yeah.
Nice. Rebels is a close second. I like Rebels a lot.
Okay,
but
who's your favorite Rebels character?
Sabine.
Okay, okay. You excited to see her in the Ahsoka show in live action?
Yeah, I just hope, you know, they don't mess it up.
I don't think they will.
No,
It's
I
being,
don't think they will
Dave
either.
Filoni's at the head of that project, so I think it'll be good. So what is your who's your favorite Star Wars character in all? Is it still Sabine or just across everything?
No, I actually just told someone else this. So my favorite overall is probably Ahsoka.
Okay.
But I also say that's not really counting Obi-Wan because he's in a league of his own.
Yeah, I feel
in
that.
my mind. You know, Vader and all those guys are obviously up there too. But after the Clone Wars, I love Ahsoka.
So what is your favorite thing that you've seen Ahsoka in?
Probably the later season of the Clone Wars when she's actually coming into her own and being, you know,
what's going on, man?
Who she is as a person and Jedi and gonna be,
Okay.
and turns
Podcast,
into like
yeah.
in the Mandalorian and
Give me 2 seconds.
or yeah, just the Mandalorian or no, Book of Boba Fett. And
Okay.
The Mandalorian.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, I guess we got a whole lot of Star Wars projects coming up soon. Other than the Ahsoka project, what do you think you're most looking forward to?
I'm really not sure, to be honest. I mean, I guess season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Okay, did you see the trailer?
I didn't watch the trailer.
Oh.
I haven't caught up on all of that yet.
All right.
But
Okay.
I'm usually pretty good on it, but it's just a busy week.
If you're a fan of Ahsoka, we are getting in October. There's going to be a 6-part series called Tales of the Jedi.
Oh, yeah.
The first 3 parts are going to be Count Dooku's fall to the dark side, but the last 3 is going to be Ahsoka at the beginning of her life, the middle of her life, and then we're going to see her just after season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Okay.
So how she
See.
gets her white lightsabers and things like
Yeah,
that.
see, that's exactly, yeah. See, I didn't know they were gonna do. I knew it was Dooku. I didn't know it was Ahsoka. So yeah,
Yes,
that's awesome.
it's gonna be super cool too.
We're super excited.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. All right, so we are here with the Darth Maul.
Darth Maul, thank you for joining us on the show. We appreciate it.
All right, so we're just gonna hit you up with our easiest questions. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
My technical one?
Yes.
The one where I live.
Let's say technical.
Personally, the New Hope.
Okay,
that's
I like
my
the
favorite.
original.
Yes.
The originals.
Okay. What's your favorite Star Wars TV show?
Oh wow. Probably Obi-Wan, right? I love Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
I loved Obi-Wan too. It was so freaking good.
See, a lot of people I've noticed when we ask that question, they have more trouble picking their favorite show than their favorite movie. Because I feel like the shows are a lot more even when it comes to how good they are.
I do love The Mandalorian. Though.
Yeah. Those are pretty good. And are you excited for season 3 of Mando coming up? Yeah. I don't know anybody that's not. Come to think of it, you know. But yeah. So what would be? Do you have like a Star Wars hot take or an unpopular opinion that you'd like to share with us today?
I would have Ryan Johnson change the whole thing in that one movie he did, where Princess Leia pulls herself back into the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And have her block the torpedoes with
Oh.
the Force instead, because it would have made it a whole bunch more watchable.
Okay.
That's actually, I've never heard anyone make that suggestion about that scene before. I never even like thought about that way. That would be
Instead of
super
having
cool.
the ship get hit, have her, because they show in the Force Awakens, Kylo stops the blaster bolt.
Yes.
And if they would have had her stop the torpedoes, you might have had an inkling where that power come from.
I like that a lot, actually. That is super cool.
Okay, sweet.
And so looking forward ahead as to what's coming next for Star Wars, what do you think is the thing you're anticipating the most? Andor? Just 3 days now as of this is Andor coming out, and the first 3 episodes too. So I'm assuming it's going to be between 2 and 3 hours of content that we're going to be getting there. Hopefully on the longer side.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but super excited for that show. I like the idea of having characters that aren't Force sensitive fighting the Empire, because it makes the Empire a whole lot more intimidating when you don't have the Force backing you up. I also am excited to see with Mon Mothma, like the underbelly of the Imperial Senate. You know, we don't get to see that on screen. You can read about it, but I'm excited to see how Coruscant works post the Republic era. But yeah,
Thank you
Lord
so much
Maul.
for coming on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can they find you anywhere on the internet?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, like an Instagram or.
My Instagram is TK40766.
Okay. Make sure you follow him on Instagram.
And we will do the same.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, much appreciated. Here we are sitting down with a friend of mine, Hunter. What's going on, Hunter? How you doing today?
I'm great.
You enjoying the con so far?
Yep.
That's good. So let's get into a couple lightning round questions, just kind of get you warmed up, you know, get the blood pumping here. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Rogue One.
Rogue
Okay.
One.
Yep.
Very popular choice this weekend,
Are you
actually.
excited for Andor then?
Yes. I'm very excited for it.
Only 3 more days.
Yep.
Did you catch a sneak peek of Andor on Disney Plus?
No, I didn't.
No, there's like a 10-minute sneak peek on Disney Plus you can check out. Very, very excited for that show. What about Star Wars TV show?
My favorite Star Wars TV show. See, it's between Clone Wars and Obi-Wan. And I know that's a hot take, but
okay.
I might have to lean towards Obi-Wan.
Okay. What'd you think of that show? Like looking at that final fight between Vader and Obi-Wan?
I think that was awesome. It was pretty darn cool.
I've never seen Force powers like that on screen before. So like seeing them be so powerful was just awesome to see. I loved it. But
yeah, Joffrey's walking.
Yeah, Jeffrey the giraffe's walking by. Yeah. But yeah, so who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Probably Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan?
Big Obi-Wan fan.
What's your favorite thing you've seen Obi-Wan in? Is it the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, or is it something else?
I like him a lot in the Clone Wars.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, it's probably my...
Do you like him with the armor or without the armor?
Oh, with the armor.
With the armor?
I think he looks so much cooler.
Yeah, I like the whole Jedi wearing clone armor thing, like modified. I like that a lot. So, what is your Star Wars hot take, or was it that you think Obi-Wan Kenobi was like the best?
I think that is a hot take. Trying to think. My hot take is I think Return of the Jedi is far better than Empire Strikes Back.
Ooh, that is a hot take.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on that?
I think it's just I think Empire Strikes Back is just overrated.
Okay,
For
hey
sure.
dude, I kind of agree. I gotta
think
say.
Return of the Jedi is just better. The final duel, the different sceneries, it's just awesome.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah,
I
and
respectfully disagree.
That's fine.
But yes, Hunter, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Absolutely, no
We really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure, sir. All right, and who are we here with now?
Alexa Lutz.
And I'm Ian Spellman.
All right, you said it was Ian
Yeah.
and Alexa, right? All right, well, I'm Tommy. This is Jacob back here, and we do the 1313 podcast. So first, I'm going to give you a little lightning round real quick. Just 3 simple questions. First, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith?
Probably Attack of the Clones.
Ooh, I haven't heard Attack of the Clones too many times. Revenge of the Sith is actually the one we've gotten the most of for favorite movie. So why Attack of the Clones?
I just I don't really know. It just stands out more to me.
I like it. And so what about Star Wars TV show? What's your favorite one of those?
Well, I've only ever watched Clone Wars, so.
So that's the easy answer, right?
Probably the original Clone Wars.
The 2000... See, I love the 2003 Clone Wars. Who's your favorite character from that show?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan? See, I like Dirge a lot, the big bounty hunter. And then like Captain Fordo, the red clone trooper. He's my favorite. Who's your favorite Star Wars character overall out of everything?
I'm gonna say Rex.
Rex?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing you've seen Rex in so far? Between Rebels, the Clone Wars, the Bad Batch?
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars? Yeah. Do you prefer the Phase 1 armor or the Phase 2?
Phase 2.
Phase 2, yeah. We have him back here, actually. He's right there.
I saw.
And then do you have a favorite character? Or?
Maybe Ahsoka.
Ahsoka?
Yeah.
And then, actually, you've probably only seen her in the Clone Wars then.
Yeah.
You haven't caught the Mandalorian yet?
Oh, yeah.
Or any of that? Okay, awesome. So, are you guys excited for season 3 of Mando coming out? Awesome. Did you catch the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. The trailer's on Star Wars YouTube channel. It is really, really cool. Definitely recommend checking it out. And so, do either of you guys have like a Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion you'd like to share on the podcast? No? Well, that's okay. Not everybody has a hot take. We've heard some people say, what's your opinion on Darth Maul being a better character than Darth Vader? That was what someone said yesterday. You agree? Disagree?
I disagree.
You disagree?
I think I agree.
You might agree?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe it's not as unpopular of an opinion after all. But yeah, so all this stuff coming from Star Wars in the future, what would you guys say is the thing you're looking forward to most?
Well, maybe third season of Mandalorian.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to see what Andor's going to look like.
Andor comes out in 3 days. We went and saw a sneak peek for it at a showing for Rogue One a little bit ago. And the show is going to be... So if you liked Rogue One, it's going to be the same style as Rogue One. Same writers, same producers. So it's going to be pretty intense. The stakes are a lot higher because there's no Jedi or anything like that. But yeah, I think the show is going to be great, and I'm really excited to see where they go with it. But Ian, Alexa, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it, guys.
All right, so we are here with Matt, Jacob,
Tommy. Nice to meet you, sir.
All right, so we'll just start you off with some easy questions. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
That depends on the series.
Okay.
When it comes to the trilogies, old school, Return of the Jedi, prequels, Revenge of the Sith, sequels, Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, I like it. And so what about your favorite Star Wars TV show out of like the animated stuff, the live action?
TV-wise, it's torn between Clone Wars because it started it all, but I love Rebels.
Rebels is really good.
Rebels is really sweet.
Who's your favorite member of the Phoenix crew, like the main cast?
Oh, Kanan.
Kanan?
Oh, yeah.
Love Kanan. That was like one of the most unexpected, well, spoilers for Rebels, but most unexpected, like, sad character deaths where, like, it happens, and I just was like, oh my god, like, did that really just happen in front of me on screen? It was really, really powerful moment.
He has several powerful moments. I mean, the very first one where he's rescuing the Wookiees and he puts together the lightsaber.
Yes.
That and the music. The music just gives you chills.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, without John Williams and everyone else that's produced music over the years for Star Wars, you wouldn't have that epic feeling that you get when you watch these movies.
Yeah, and that's what sets Star Wars apart from the other franchises that are trying to be like Star Wars or have followed in its footsteps is the music is so iconic and it's always been such an integral part of the series. So what would be, if you have one that you'd like to share, what would be your Star Wars hot take or unpopular opinion?
I don't know, actually. I don't know anything unpopular. I mean, like I said, when it comes to the movies, like we've talked over the weekend and stuff, I was like a true Star Wars fan. You're going to love it all said and done. Yeah, there's movies we don't necessarily agree with. There's parts we don't necessarily agree with, you know, and if you grew up on the original trilogy, a lot of people didn't like the prequels when it came out.
Indeed.
Now people appreciate the prequels and they don't like the sequels, you know. I mean, everyone has their own take on it, but all said and done, we are Star Wars fans. We have been told many, many times we are the best fans in the world. And there's a reason for that.
Oh, yeah.
We all come together a few times, you know, once every few years at Celebration from around the world. You meet people from around the world that you all have the same interests, the same love, whether which series you like, what movies you like.
Yes.
You're all coming to congregate for the love of Star Wars.
Absolutely. And there's nothing else there's no other franchise really that has this scale of like a Star Wars celebration every year. You know, other franchises try to do it, but it's never to the scale that Star Wars has always had it.
Well, the Trekkies try, but they don't.
They try, yeah. There's a lot of things that Trekkies try, but yeah, and then what would you say is the thing you're anticipating most coming from future Star Wars content?
Well, after Clone Wars, I became a big Ahsoka fan. So having Ahsoka come live action for us, seeing these cartoon characters just in general being brought to life by live actors, that's a phenomenal thing in my book because now we're going to get to see with Ahsoka, Sabine, you know, Hera, Chopper. You know, you're going to get to see the Rebels more than likely, even though, you know, it's still on the fence. Ezra and Thrawn. I mean, because she's obviously looking for them. So eventually, I think we'll see those characters come to life.
Definitely.
You know, and the cartoons, even though they're animated, they're so good.
Yes.
I mean, they could be, if you can find the actors to portray them, and they do the job right. I mean, look at Ahsoka. I mean, she did a phenomenal job with the character. She studied
Yes,
the
yeah.
Clone Wars to do it.
Yeah, I remember when she was going to be in, when they announced that it wasn't Ashley Eckstein as live action Ahsoka, I was very, very skeptical about how Rosario would do. And she did. The first Mando episode we saw her in, she played the character to a T. I was not disappointed at all.
Oh, but there was people who were saying that like the side tentacles,
The Leku and all that stuff, yeah.
That they weren't proportioned or something.
They were too
short. I'm like, come on, people. I mean, that's nitpicking.
It's
Come
still
on.
the character.
She
You
did
still
the character
recognize.
proud, you know. So.
Yeah.
But,
for me, it's always about more the performance of the actor than how the character. You could look good all day, but if it's a bad performance, it's a bad performance. You know.
That's a fact. But my question to you is: so you have a booth here at the con this
Yes.
weekend. So what is your booth, and what do you do?
Okay, well, my booth is Alpha-Omega Collectibles. Basically, I operate out of my garage. We go to Comic-Cons, toy shows. We're from Columbus, Ohio, so we usually hit pretty much about a 3-4 hour radius. And it's one of those things that has kind of just snowballed over the years where I started out putting stuff on consignment at local comic book shops, and then I started about 2006 doing my first toy show, and then just, I see a promoter here and they're like, oh, you should come do our show and everything. You do really well with Star Wars. We had the very first show I was going to do, they got Billy D. Williams to
That's
appear
super cool.
at
Yeah.
Steel City. So I'm like, all right, yeah, man. And it's fun to go to these shows. I did a show in Louisville, Kentucky back in 2015 just so I could meet Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Because she was there. And, my kids were younger then, but they came with me and all that stuff. My son's a huge Star Wars fan as well. And we got to meet Carrie Fisher. And that
Super
was
cool.
in August of 2015, and then she passes December of 2016. So it's always an experience to meet the actors, good or bad. I mean, everyone has good, bad experiences
Right.
with certain actors and stuff like that. But I mean, it was like Carrie, you never knew what was going to come out of her mouth. You didn't. And she liked to drop the F-bomb. She did. And we're just cracking up laughing because what can you do but laugh?
Right.
It's Carrie Fisher. So meeting her is probably one of the pride joys of my life because you'll never meet a woman like her ever again.
Yeah, that's awesome too, especially in the way that the fan base reacted after her passing. That's a really powerful moment. It just goes to show how much the actors mean to the franchise and to the community. It's not just the character; it's the person playing the character that means a lot too.
I had people that sent condolences to me because they know how much of a big Star Wars fan I am.
Right.
So that's always fun.
Yeah.
A lot of people still see fanboys and they don't think of me. So.
But yeah, well, thank you so much, Matt, for being on the show.
Thank you for
Really
having me.
appreciate it.
Can we find you online anywhere, or?
Yeah, I actually have a Facebook page. It's Alpha-Omega Collectibles. Find my page. It's basically because there's other Alpha Omega web pages out there on Facebook, but it's basically like a hard steel looking Alpha with the Omega symbol together. Again, from Columbus, Ohio, and just hit me up. I don't do a lot. I'm bad at posting because of my regular job. So just hit me up if you're looking for something, and if you're going to be in the area. Next weekend we're at Cincy Comic Expo down in Cincinnati, Ohio. Of course, Kenner HQ from back in the day. And then the following weekend we're actually going to be in Xena on Saturday for the Xena Toy Show.
Cool.
And then on Sunday I'm back down in Sharonville for the Cincinnati Toy Show. And then we have a couple weeks off, and then we'll be in Youngstown for the Ohio in Youngstown. And then for all you Clone Wars fans out there, there's GalaxyCon that's coming to Columbus, Ohio, the convention center downtown, and they're going to have Ashley, Matt, and James, I think it is, that plays
James Arnold Taylor
that plays Obi-Wan.
Yes, yep.
So you're going to have the trifecta of Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka coming there voice actor-wise.
Well, it sounds like we'll be going to that, I think, right?
Yes. It's definitely going to be fun, though.
Yeah, awesome. Well, again, thanks so much, man. Everybody make sure you go check him out. And thanks for being on the show. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Hopping on the hot mic. Who do we have here? We have a Temple Guard with us today. What's your name, man?
Aiden Fairfield.
Aiden? All right, I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy. It's nice to meet you, Aiden.
All right, so let's just start off easy. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
My favorite Star Wars movie has to be Return of the Jedi.
Ooh, okay. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Who's your favorite character from that movie?
Luke.
Luke? Love it. And so what's your favorite Star Wars show?
My favorite Star Wars show is The Clone Wars.
Yes, yes. And then who's your favorite character from that?
I have to say probably Anakin.
Anakin.
Then who's your favorite character overall?
Probably Anakin.
Anakin.
Guys, I'm in the same boat as you, man.
What's your favorite appearance from Anakin? Movies, TV?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. That's a very good choice.
Now, do you have a Star Wars hot take, an opinion that you have that you think people will get kind of heated about?
No, not overly.
Okay.
Not really? Yeah. I mean, what do you think of someone had the opinion that Luke Skywalker is not that good of a character? How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's their opinion overall.
That's fair, yeah.
So I respectfully.
Yeah. Do you agree?
What?
Do you think that he's a bad character?
No.
No? I figured not. But yeah, so looking ahead at everything coming out from Star Wars, you have Mando Season 3, Bad Batch Season 2, a lot of other cool shows coming out. What are you most excited for?
Probably the Bad Batch.
Yeah? Bad Batch is probably one of my favorites. And then actually, so this is a costume that you have here of the Grand Inquisitor as a Temple Guard.
Yep.
And so, what'd you think of seeing the Grand Inquisitor in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series?
I didn't really like the detail sign.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't my favorite.
Okay.
I think it took away what Rebels had from the Grand Inquisitor.
Okay, cool. That's good take there. But yeah, thank you so much, Aiden, for being on the show. We really appreciate it. It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Me too.
All right, guys. So we have a very special guest joining us today. We have the one, the only, Nicolas Cage.
How y'all doing today?
Are good.
Good. How about yourself?
What brings you to this part of the woods? Why?
We live here.
No.
Well, you know,
not here.
Not
but
here in this building, but you know, I'm
this
from the
would be
region.
a better option than other places in town. Don't live south of I-90. It's horrible.
Yeah, I have heard bad things about that.
Yeah.
So you were in a movie recently where you were fighting against these animatronics. It was kind of like a thing where you were like a janitor. How was that? Was that like a big physical role for you, or?
Well, it was kind of like peanut butter and jelly.
Okay,
But-
elaborate, please. Yeah, let's hear about that.
I had to get the peanut butter and the jelly together,
Right.
to make it happen.
Right.
And once we got that together, it was beautiful and delicious, and I would love to do it again at some point.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Did
yeah.
you see the movie with me being myself in a movie?
Yeah, the
when I
one
was
with
chipping on. Mushrooms or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I think
It
I
was like
have seen that one.
it was- I had 2 guns, and it was a trip, and we were all
One with
chasing
the-
each other and jumping off stuff.
Yeah.
With Pedro Pascal, was it?
No, there was the guy from the Star Wars show on TV.
Oh, okay. I got you.
He usually wears a helmet that's got like a ding on it.
Oh, yeah,
He got
okay.
hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
Mandalorian.
He's real cool, but I don't know
Yeah.
who this Pedro guy is.
I gotcha. So, what do you? Does it ever make you mad when people recognize you for National Treasure, or does that ever bother you? Or
Well, I get a lot of attention for that.
Right.
And then when things start going kind of sideways with the government,
Yeah.
I start getting more calls and ask if I can do something, and
yeah, right.
and there's no copies of the Declaration here at all today.
Yeah.
I've looked at all the spots, and I'm not having any luck. Do you guys have any constitutions to steal?
No. I mean, you have to pay me a pretty penny to do something like that, But
We can do it.
Yeah?
I think we're making another show about that.
Yes, actually,
There's
yeah.
another National Treasure coming out. I did see, though, that you're not in it. How are you feeling about this? They're making another National Treasure without the Nicolas Cage.
I don't know. I don't see how they can do that without me. But I think because I'm so old now and I'm getting long in the tooth, and I just had another baby with my wife, and I think they're looking for a younger demographic to promote that.
Gotcha.
It's probably going to be more cyber criminal thing, like Scooby-Doo and the cyber chase type thing.
I gotcha.
But I probably won't see it.
Now, I have heard a pretty famous quote.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Yes, yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, that is a good one. So, Star Wars. You know anything about it?
Yes.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's a good place in space to be.
Yeah.
I've seen that. It came out, what year did that come out? That big movie came out in like 77?
Something like that, yep.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know what my first movie was?
No, I gotta say, no.
Well, I was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I was serving burgers and shakes.
Okay. No kidding.
But I had a different name then, my real name. But this, we won't have to get into that. But then Valley Girl came out in 80.
Gotcha.
I wish I had the dark hair on my chest again and shaved it like a seagull.
Yeah, like David Hasselhoff got going on.
He has trouble with hamburgers. I do not have trouble with hamburgers.
I gotcha.
Been on the straight and narrow since I left Las Vegas.
There you go. Happy to hear it.
So my question for you is, if you were approached by Disney to work on Star Wars, what do you think you would want to work on?
Probably something in the sand.
Yeah.
Would be good because I move slow now. And sand is kind of my color. I like that.
Okay. I can see it.
I can see that. I like those little guys in the robes.
Oh yeah, the Jawas, yeah.
I thought the druids.
Yeah.
They're kind of cool. They're small and effective. They salvage things. They get around. They help people. I like that. I like helping people.
Right.
It's something that I like to do.
That's good. Yeah. And do you think you could take Darth Vader in a fight? Like I'm not talking like lightsaber fight, like hand to hand, like throwing fists, like throwing bows, like.
So, is it like an MMA match, or are we boxing?
We're just boxing,
I think that I would lose in a boxing match.
Okay.
I think because Darth has always been doing this for so long.
Yeah, right.
He jabbed me out.
Yeah.
But if it's down to a ground and pound, I'm taking me.
I did hear that.
I get side mount, choke him out.
I've also heard that Darth Vader hates sand, so you bust out some pocket sand and bam,
He's
immediate advantage.
Have you been reading my next script?
What are you talking about? No. I don't know what you're talking
Is that
about.
out on, what's that Chan channel?
4chan? Yeah, no.
see,
Nothing. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I definitely don't have an account under Nick Blazeit.
No
idea.
No.
Speaking of that, there's supposed to be, I said there'd be some type of food here, some edible type things.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not our booth, yeah.
Yeah. Because that helps me get through the day a little bit.
That's good, yeah.
It's becoming more legal.
Yeah, right.
This kind of keeps me chill.
Everyone needs some treats,
Yeah. You guys look like you got a couple of Scooby snacks this weekend.
Well, I had a lot of McDonald's, but,
No. That's so bad for you.
I know.
See, now I know why you're like a Hasselhoff. This is that burger thing.
Yeah, right.
Gotta get that tied in. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what are you like students, or are you just like rogue gypsies wandering the cons across North America? Because that would be phenomenal.
Actually, I'm a lunch lady.
Well, and an attractive one at that, I must say.
I mean, I gotta say, they call me Sugar Bear when I'm in the rooms.
Really? Is that to your face or after you walk by?
Oh, to my face, yeah.
What do they say after you walk by?
Well,
Sugar cakes?
I don't know.
You know what? You have to get the camera, follow him around one day and find out, because life is about what people say behind your back.
Yeah, it sure is.
It is.
Yeah.
Sugar cakes.
Yeah.
Adequate.
Yeah.
Somewhat adequate.
Absolutely. And what about you, sir? What about?
Oh, I just live on a park bench, pretty much 24/7.
The green one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just kind of walked in and sat down, and I don't understand why you didn't kick me out by now. But
is that by the frisbee disc golf course?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
That's annoying when they hit those chains and you're trying to sleep. I'd have a different ringtone to wake me up.
Yeah, I started stealing the frisbees and selling them for like chump change, you know.
You see, that's one reason he needs to go to jail. I mean, you saw that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, absolutely.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Well, yeah.
Chump change.
Yes.
So, is this like your side? Was it your side gig, your side chick, your Sneaky
Side
Link
hustle.
thing? What
Yeah.
was that?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Sneaky Links?
Well, it's kind of like Sneaky Links, but with park benches and frisbees. Like, you know, like we have a demographic that likes to see certain things happen with frisbees and park benches, and I don't understand it myself, but you know, there are people that they pay good money to see some good content with a frisbee and a park bench.
I think I would subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel?
We do. That's where our following is. Yeah.
Did you promote it?
We've been all weekend now. That's we've had this booth, you know, just kind
I
of.
haven't seen one thing about what it's called or where it's at. I don't understand what this means. Is this a Star Wars thing?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just kind of like our Star Wars brand, you know.
Yeah,
But
promote that.
we are called the 1313 Podcast on YouTube if you'd like to check us out.
1313 Podcast on YouTube.
It's got a ring to it.
Why?
Just like those frisbees on the chains.
Well, you're kind of circling back to National Treasure now with the 13s.
Yeah, you know, it's all code for something. It all connects. It's all connected.
So I came here today not to buy things, but to sell things, because in my downtime, I collect a lot of things, and when the tax man comes, he wants to get paid, so I've been really busy, but I happen to have an extensive collection of Bionicles.
Oh, okay.
Extensive.
Okay.
And there's a man here who buys Bionicles. So
good for that man.
We're getting paid 6 bills today.
There we go. I'm happy to hear it.
I'm heading to the park bench. We're gonna chill. No chain rattling, goose honking. No, I don't want any of it.
I don't know.
Have a nice Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Get back going.
But yeah, Mr. Cage, thank you so much for
I appreciate you
taking
having
the
me
time
today.
to sit with
I was
us.
a little lost, but I feel like I feel very grounded with you two.
Yeah.
Good luck with the 3030 podcast that
Yeah.
you do.
Much
It's
appreciated.
awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Take
nice
care.
to meet you, of
Have a
course.
good one.
You
Thank
as
you so
well.
much.